And we're live. What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV,
Jamar 4.
and we are back after how many weeks? 2 weeks.
At least two,
Two
child.
weeks of y'all not seeing us for a while. It's been a crazy 2 weeks for Jamar. He's been moving and didn't even haven't really had a chance to sit his ass down for little bit. He just
I,
got back, just got to Atlanta, and took off the ground running ever since. He ain't had no time to rest.
bitch, and still, as soon as I get up off of here, I'm hitting the streets again, child. They done drag me out again.
Right, so it is what it is. However, without any further ado, we already know what you're here for. We already know what you're here for. We already know who you're here for, okay? Now, tonight's guest is Chasing Reality's, well, Chasing Atlanta's own, and Chasing LA own, Quentin Trayvon. I hope I say his name right. Harris. Better
He's,
known
you gotta unmute him. Okay.
Scotty, already you fucking up.
You could have just stuck with Q. You should have
He
just said
could have just stuck with you.
You should
Listen,
just.
I had to break the ice for my
What's
own.
happening, y'all?
Oh my
We have
God.
already been behind the scenes cutting up. What's going on, y'all? I see y'all in the comments. Scotty,
Hi.
Jamar, thank you guys so much for having me tonight. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely. It's been a long time coming.
Yes, it has.
Okay, and secretly, he gave us a preview. He kind of bum rushed all of us interviewed the last time, spilled some tea, and left.
Wasn't that a mess?
Spilled some tea and left. Like,
What did I spill that night? I can't even remember. Y'all had me turned up. It was a mess.
it's gonna be brought back up tonight.
it will. We'll continue that saga. We'll jog your memory. Don't worry about it.
Oh, here y'all go. Here y'all go.
But
Well,
again,
first of all, wait, before we even begin, I want to thank you guys so much for just what you have done for the Chasing Reality brand. It's you guys who have been with us since like day one, who have even taken the numbers to where they have gone with our brand. So we thank all our bloggers, but Scotty has been like A1 day one since Chasing Reality. And I remember, my first season, it was some days he loved me and some days he'll read me. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I can always say that he kept it very genuine. And now we're going to get married. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. But you know what I'm saying? Why did both of y'all leave? No, but I'm so serious. I really feel like the cast don't give you guys who review our show enough credit. And I've always said, look at Jamar. You're so stuck. You're so stuck. But anyways, let me shut my mouth. I just want to say thank y'all for being y'all and thank y'all for just rocking with the brand. All right, go ahead, y'all. Y'all so silly.
That is Jamar.
Mary, bitch. Girl, where my liquor? Hold on.
Hey, so that's right. Hey, where the liquor at? Toasty, y'all. What y'all drinking in the comments? Drop down in the comments. Let us know what y'all drinking on tonight. God, y'all so weak. We about to have fun. Now, y'all know we was getting ready to have fun tonight. So y'all might well get your drink up. Let's toast up. Let's have a good time.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so we're off to a wonderful start.
Here we are.
So, first question. I mean, everybody already knows who you are, but still give your chance to introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, and one interesting fact about you that we don't know.
Okay. Let's see. Well, my name is Quentin T. Harris. Trevion Scotty, but
Okay,
T. Harris works. Let's see. I'm from Rayford, North Carolina. I am the knee baby of 5. Let's see. A fun fact about me, or what'd you say? A fun fact?
Yeah, it's like fun. A fun fact that people may not know already.
People may not know. Like, I'm really silly. I am like, but outside of my business demeanor behind the scenes, I'm really clumsy. I forget a lot of things. Like, I'm really silly. So that's one thing. A little bit about what I do. I work in arts and entertainment. I am now a content creator. I am an author. I've had my own radio show in Atlanta for 3 years plus. It did amazing numbers. I interviewed a little bit of everybody. Then transitioned into reality TV. And now that door has opened a new door that has now given me the title of executive producing a reality show. So that's just a little bit about myself. Kind of wrapped up in a nutshell.
And we love to see it. We love to see it. So, I mean, you just said you really did a lot in like a short amount of time. But so how did you sort of come across the whole Chasing Atlanta brand? Because you came right after the first season. So
Yes.
how'd you find out about the
So I got connected with the brand. I did an interview with Lauren England. I saw the first season, which made me, at the time I was trying to connect with whoever was hot because, that was what my radio show was about. Just like y'all, I had to find the hottest guest. So I came across the show because I love to support everything. So I was on YouTube. I was watching Chasing Reality, but I didn't get into it too much. Like, I seen it here and there, and I picked up enough to interview Lauren. Jalen Aaron, formerly known. So I interviewed her right at the end of her first season. And so she was like, yo, you should really think about considering doing this show. And I was like, all right, girl, I'll think about it. Give me a couple. Why is this hat? Hold on, y'all. I don't know why. Okay, let's do it like this. If you stop touching it, it'll stop moving, sir.
What you wanted to do? Do you want it to be to the side, to the side?
No, I was trying to pull it back because I'm not all the way shaved up. Amen. Boom. I just didn't want it to look crooked. It looked like my head was turned one way. I'm giving y'all a real Wendy Williams fix my wig moment right now.
And you know what? Sometimes that's just what you have to do. Shit.
But anyway, so I did an interview with Lauren England at my radio show that at the time I didn't know kind of caused some confusion. So she was like, yo, you would be perfect for this show. You doing your own thing out here. You transition here. I think you'll be good for the show. I told her I would think about it. I think I seen her. We were hanging out with Tokyo Vanity from Love and Hip Hop. We had that mutual friend in common. Then I seen Lauren again at another event. I was like, okay, she do be kind of out moving and shaking. That's how Lauren England and I got tight. Maybe a month later is when the Chasing Reality brand had their auditions. The team reached out. I submitted my stuff, and one day led to the next, and it feels just like yesterday that I was like literally standing in front of Dario and about 4 or 5 others. I can't remember who was all in the room at the time, but literally they asked me what I did. I kind of presented my radio show. They asked me who did I know on the cast. I really didn't know anybody. I had just met Lauren England. We became like super tight in that first month, and it was like boom. I think that day they were like, you know what? You're connected, you're working, you know what I'm saying? You're a dope fit. I'm loud as hell. I don't mind talking my junk. So they was just like, you're a dope fit. And I've been with the brand now 3 years. Here we are 3 seasons later. And now we have Chasing LA that we're going to get into. But that's that. That's how it happened.
Baby, listen.
Oh, and I said Dario, and I also want to say, because I like to give him his respect, Kevon Burns was in that room as well. Kevon Burns was the other executive producer who was a part of the brand at the time, yet he is no longer a part of the brand now. But I do want to give him his credit that he was my EP of my season 1. So I like to put that out there.
Oh, so you know what? Respect.
Okay.
Oh, of course. And I like to give people their flowers. Same thing I just did for y'all. It's a lot of us out here that don't get our flowers enough. So I feel like we need to start, embracing and pouring into each other a little bit more. While we here to receive it and not when we got rest in peace in front of our damn name.
That's true.
Okay.
But anyways, y'all go ahead.
Don't nobody want to be 6 feet under trying to get their flowers because I'm already dead now. But, I'm glad you talked about that first season because I was catching up on Chasing Atlanta. Because Scotty was the one that was telling me, you have to watch this show. You have to watch this show. So I'm like, all right, I'll start watching the show. I get through season 1 and I get on season 2 with you.
Yes.
And
Season 2 came in with the fool la la, like Gardini would say. Okay, season 2 came in. We came in rumbling.
It was, you could tell that there was definitely progression. But
yeah.
Specific question I have to ask you that I was asking myself.
Come on with it, Jamar. You've been sitting on the mess. Come on.
It's not that okay.
It's not really
first
mess.
came on. I want to say your first scene was with Lauren at the time, and you had like the cut sideburns, the yarn dreads with the bun. Then you had.
All right, don't be slightly reading me inside the question.
Where I'm not done. I'm not done.
Girl, let me get my drink.
You had the radio interview where you was asking the guy to keep repeating the line, and then you had like the two braids going all the way back, and then you had the bald head shortly after. I'm like, so what was this hair journey? I was like, he done went through about 4 or 5 different hairstyles for this whole season.
First of all, Jamar, that is how you nice nasty read, okay? you just nice nasty read me.
It was not nasty.
0, I will get you back, buddy.
It was not It was not nasty.
I'm seasoned. So let's get y'all take me down memory lane. Oh my God. So at the time, shooting for new. First of all, I'm new with hair. I don't do hair though, so I would always be going to somebody to get my hair done. Now I'm filming a reality show and I'm filming a weekly radio show where my look has to always be different. You know, I'm watching these housewives at the time. My look had to always be different. So I was always trying everything. And then towards the end of me having my hair, my little midsection has started falling out. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. The little midsection has started falling out anyway. So I started trying like a protective hairstyle. That's when the yarn braids came in, but that was like faux locks hair because I was trying to decide, okay, if I, put like, how we do wax beads and all that stuff, I'm gonna dread my hair up. So I wanted to see how I look with the locks. Filming the show, listen, all of my hairstyles weren't the best. I ain't even gonna try to see him like try to give you no excuse, child. It was just, that was young Q, just trying different shit. Had like 20 different looks going on per week. So it's no excuse, child. Listen, it was what it was. I look back at him and laugh at myself like, oh Lord.
I was just looking like he has changed.
Oh, and then the bald head. Let me throw that in there real quick. So sometimes Chasing Atlanta does have gaps, right? And what happened was I cut my hair like mid-season. And so that was another thing. I wanted to switch my look up. And at the time, the team over me, I remember exactly who it was. I'm gonna say his name. Diamond Keeson in Atlanta was like, you're not gonna get booked until you cut that raggedy hair off your head. So I cut my hair mid-season and went bald.
And you know what? This is it. This is the look.
Oh, I appreciate that. But yeah, I think the bald look definitely kind of matured me up because I was like, oh, I could grow my hair back out. But once I saw myself bald, and I was like, oh, hold on, I'm giving you real moist chestnut tease. And y'all know I like to look a little grown anyway, so I was like, oh, baby, I love it. So I ain't never went back. Now it is a little bit of maintenance on it, but anyways,
baby, let me not. Where my liquor?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Proceed with the next question while I refill my cup.
Okay, so as far as the next question, we want to know, being that me and Jamar, I would say, are up and coming media personalities, I guess we could say that. And on top of that, I'm an aspiring author myself. So what inspired you to want to go into media and write books as well? Like, what brought you into that arena?
Okay, so I'll answer the first question. What brought me into media? I am a talker. All my life, I have gotten in trouble for talking. You can call my mama right now and be like, what did Q get in detention for? What did Q almost get suspended for? It was either talking or singing in class. So I was always the talker. So you know, my field of acting kind of led me into the door of, and I'm gonna tell you who actually pushed me into that door was Cynthia Bailey from Housewives. She was like, you just have this personality. And coming from the South, I didn't know what a personality was. You know, I didn't do much on YouTube. And if I was like YouTubing songs for church. So I didn't know about the Funky Dinevas and all those people out there. You know what I'm saying? So so what led me to it was she pretty much said like, hey, you need to go out there and start hosting. You need to try radio. You need to try this, try that. So I think maybe like 2 weeks later, moved to Atlanta. I was working at Rico Chappelle's shop. You guys have seen him on Bravo. I was his assistant. And I was also doing some work for Cynthia Bailey as well. In that, that's how I landed in radio. I was at those events, networking. And I would be at those events like red carpets, turning my phone backwards, trying to get interviews. Like, and yeah, I would like take pictures with celebs and stuff, but I was really like contacting, you know what I'm saying, the PRs, the assistant, the hairstylist. I was contacting all those behind the scenes people so I could kind of track their moves. So that's what led me into radio. Once I learned what a personality was, I immediately jumped on it. Now, what was the second question that you asked me?
What got you into the writing thing too? Because you also
Oh,
like.
so what got me into writing was once I start accomplishing so much, and you know, I'm from a very, very, very small town, Rayford, North Carolina. And so I felt like, and not only my hometown, but I felt like a lot of people were asking me the same exact question over and over and over and over. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna write a book because I'm tired of. I'm gonna either do a class or I'm gonna write a book because I feel like I was literally getting inboxes every single day. Like, Q, how are you working with Tyler Perry? How are you with Cynthia Bailey? How are you working with Rico Chappelle? And not to name drop or boast, but those were the names that I was bringing in a couple of years ago. So a lot of people was reaching out to me like, hey, Q, how are you doing it? And so I really just wrote my faith journey in a book the first time. And I really only wanted to sell it to people in my hometown. But at the time, I was on Chasing Atlanta. So that kind of boosted, you know what I'm saying, the numbers, the audience, the increase. And that's what positioned me to write my second book. Is my first book was teaching you the journey of jumping out there, you know, going for your dreams, faith, all that stuff. Who to connect to, who to talk to. My second book was how to jump out here and maintain it. You know, because a lot of people can move to a big city and do great things, and you know, like they're like a one-hit wonder. You don't hear from them. So not to saying I'm this, I'm that, but I've been doing this for, you know, a couple of years now. So I felt like I knew enough to at least encourage people and encourage myself. Because at the time when I wrote the book, I needed encouragement, my second book. So I was just like, hey, I need to encourage Q. So I was like, well, at the same time, I was tweeting it and putting it in my Insta story, and people were sharing it, and they were CCing me all day. I was like, okay, people, they looking what I'm saying, child. So y'all know me. Y'all ain't gonna get no more quotes for about 2 months. So I took them 2 months off and wrote my second book.
Yeah, well, look.
And so that's me again, just using my passion, using what I have to monetize, you know, and just move myself along in this journey. So that's how the two connected. But at the end of the day, me being a little kid, all of this came about from what I'm doing now, running my damn mouth.
I follow Q on social media, mainly on Twitter. He be up at 6 a.m. running, saying something positive, something inspirational shit. I'm just like,
I cuss a little bit too.
Maybe I don't see those. It's very, you know, very Oprah on Twitter.
I'll take Oprah. I will take Oprah. You know what?
Very Oprah on Twitter. You know,
Jamar, that's another point for you. I caught the Oprah shade.
What?
Exactly. But you think you're not shady though.
Scotty, you feel it, right?
Cause I talked to him.
Don't you take her side. She is a liar and a deceiver.
I didn't say anything. Q said it, not me. So somebody else sees what I see on a daily basis. But okay.
You know what?
Okay, Washington. All right.
I love y'all.
Continue to front.
I will. You know what? I'll deal with you later. Okay, we have a special guest.
Continue to cap.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
ooh, that's fine. That's
Go ahead and do what you want to do. Because you've been plotting for the last couple of weeks.
You. I've
Go
been seeing
ahead.
it. I've been seeing it, Scotty. Go ahead. You know what? We on one accord tonight, Scotty. I got you. I feel like Jamar been
Exactly.
cornering you.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. We
So
one
go
accord
ahead.
tonight.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Because you've been plotting on me for weeks now. You've been plotting to get me back. So go
Ooh, not
ahead.
the hair toss. Oh my good. Do the other side.
Let me tell because y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what Scotty did to me that last week before I left LA. Y'all don't know. But you know
What
what?
did
That's
I
fine.
do to you?
It's fine. It is okay. Because I'm gonna get you before this interview's over. So
Play the victim.
speaking of LA, you became the executive producer of a further extension of Chasing Reality,
Yes.
Chasing LA.
Yes. Oh my God. Let's get into it.
I feel a little bit spited because you would start it as I left.
Oh my gosh. And congratulations on your move. That's huge.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Yeah,
so
you're welcome, boo.
But I
Yeah.
tell you, had I not,
Yeah.
I
You would have been awesome. You'd have been awesome. You'd have been awesome.
I was
Well,
like, dang.
He
Chasing Atlanta
lying.
is listen, I'm not gonna back down for what I said the last time. Chasing Atlanta is currently casting soon.
Oh, we're gonna get into that at the
We had
end. That's already in the notes.
because I have questions about what you said.
Okay, let's get
But
into it.
as of right now, tell us what you can in regards to Chasing LA.
Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be reading the comments. I saw somebody having that something. What'd she say?
What they
Anyway,
said,
I don't know, it doesn't matter. What'd you say, Jamar?
tell us what you can about Chasing LA.
Ooh, what I can say is we have 10, maybe 11, possibly dynamic, huge, big personalities. And I think I kind of bit off a little bit more than I could chew. And what I mean by that is I didn't know this cast was going to be what it is.
Hmm.
Is that good or bad?
That's great. They are so amazing. I cannot wait for the world to see Chasing LA. Y'all gonna have a lot to talk about. And it's not gonna drag. My baby's got it popping night one. I'm so excited though. But outside of the drama, what I will tell you about Chasing LA is you guys will get to see them and what they do and what they're chasing, but you also get to dive in a little bit more and see some people actually on their 9 to 5 and showcasing what it is and some of the things that what we shared at the Chasing Atlanta reunion, what we talked about, what we go through. I think this cast is a little bit more vulnerable. They're a little bit way more vulnerable than I am, and just they literally just lay it all on the table. So that's one thing I'll say about this cast is they go there. So I'm excited for y'all to meet them. They are lit. They lit.
When can we expect to see it?
So I can't say an exact date yet because I'm actually still trying to decide if I'm gonna drop it at the top of that month of April. So just know you guys will be getting y'all first episode in April. But I can't decide if I'm gonna drop it at the top of the month or if I'm gonna drop it on my birthday, which is April 16th. But I'm like, should I make the world wait for me on my birthday? But I released my radio show, Q in the Streets, on my birthday years ago. So I feel like it would be a present to myself because Q in the Streets, my radio show in Atlanta, was my present to myself over like 5 years ago. So I'm like, I really want to wait. But
So
Dario behind the scenes is really like, nah.
I ain't no telling what Andaria want to do. But we want, our platform to be one of the first stops for the Chasing LA cast when they start interviewing and doing press for the show.
Oh yeah. I'm still working on getting some pull with trying to incorporate a few of my favorite YouTubers in the show, some type of after show, some type of something. I'm trying to do one thing at a time, but I am fighting for that because I think it's necessary. You guys actually know all of the characters, especially, you know, Scotty has been with the brand since A1 day one. He knows everybody. He's grown with the show. So, you know, I feel like some of you guys are really needed. You know, the Imani Van Zant character took the brand to another level. So I think the YouTubers coming in with their real raw review, you know, for the fans to see on a bigger platform outside of your personal ones, which are doing amazing. I think that's just going to take the brand again to the next level, because it's kind of like we get the real and raw from the people. Because sometimes we, the cast, sometimes we just kind of float in our own bubbles. I'm trying to keep it real tonight, church.
Amen. Now, if you haven't already, you know, booked anyone for the Chasing LA reunion.
Ooh, yeah, he's stepping way ahead of the game. Okay, but to answer you guys' first question, expect Chasing LA to start dropping in April.
Ooh, this summer is going to be very interesting when it comes. I don't even need cable no more. All my entertainment is on.
It's on YouTube, baby. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it is.
It's really on YouTube.
That means
and I
also
will say, you guys will see a few of your favorite celebrities and drag queens, and you know, some of your favorite YouTubers are making some appearances on this season.
Am I in it?
You can be in it. You're not yet.
Look, I like that word. Yeah, I like that word.
Yeah, listen, I'm always open to opportunity. Oh yeah, by the way, while everybody is here, listen, guys, please go and make sure that you guys will follow me on all of my social media sites at Quentin T. Harris, and make sure that you guys go and get my Dream Bigger merch. I love all of y'all. All right.
I'll be getting one.
We know you're going to get one.
Shut up.
Ooh-wee.
You already started, but it's okay. Because, see, when we done with this, I got you. But go ahead to the next question, Jamar. Go to the next question. Go to the next question, Jamar. Go to the next question.
You get on my nerves, girl. Anyway,
I know I do. That's my job.
Now we can talk about Chasing Atlanta. The current season that just concluded, because the last time that we spoke, the reunion hadn't aired. So now that the reunion is aired, the season is over, we can talk about everything. So,
let me refill up.
You know what? Go ahead, do that.
Let's
because
get into it.
I watched Q's reviews of the show, and
appreciate that.
He went in a little bit about the whole. Okay, so the way that we were introduced to Travis, right? The first scene, we see Travis doing an interview outside, and then you FaceTime, and you say, I want to invite you to this Christmas party. I ain't going to be there, but I want you to come there and meet this group of people. And you had like all these lights, and everybody in the comments thinking like, you know, Q set up this whole situation just to invite Travis to the scene that he's not going to be at. And, you know, that was kind of shady. So you went in a little bit about it on your channel, but for those of us that are here today, tell us about how you were supposed to introduce Travis to the Chasing Atlanta cast.
Okay. You took me way back. Yeah, I ain't answered this one in a minute. Okay, so first of all, the whole Q having lights in that scene, they cut out the part where I was shooting for my YouTube channel, and I was actually doing a commercial, or I was doing some type of whatever for the channel. And then it led into Travis calling, So that's why I had lights set up. I didn't set up lights to answer Travis on FaceTime. That's that. Second thing is me inviting Travis to this whole party situation. So I was in LA, out here in Cali, and I still needed to film because nobody else knew Travis. So there had to be some type of lead way for him to come onto the show. Now, yes, Travis is from South Carolina. I'm from North Carolina. We know of each other through the industry. We know that we're both from the Carolinas. We're not besties to the point where, you know, Q brung him on the show. I just know a little bit of everybody, honestly, in Atlanta, especially if you work in media. So I was his only connect to the show. So Q, you call and invite him to the party. This is production. Q call, invite him to the party, and just let him know you're not going to be there. Okay, so that I'm not breach of contract, I do what the producer say. Now, when I watch the show, I'm just as gagged as y'all as this whole storyline of Q invited him somewhere and I'm not going to be there. So I was a little thrown off in three ways. One, for Travis, I feel like Travis could have cleaned it up a little bit better and maybe said like, oh, well, you know, Q invited me here, but da-da-da-da-da. I felt like watching it with Troy, me inviting him to Troy's party. If I were Troy, I would have been like, well, who invited you here? Like, why are you here? Why are you coming in my door?
A stranger.
Like, that's how blunt I would have kept it. And so for production, I was like, why is this storyline dragging like this? Because it's making me look like I did, like, that's not my character. I don't even care if you're not Team Q. You could not stand me. Me inviting somebody somewhere and just leaving it high and dry, that doesn't even sound like anything I do. You guys will communicate with me today. I'll let you guys know why I was delayed and da-da-da-da. If we have a relationship, I'm very big on communication. So I was a little thrown off of why this storyline was going like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
'Cause
because it did look kind of crazy. Now I'm glad that you that you told us what it was, because it did kind of look like, now how in the hell are you inviting somebody somewhere and you ain't even gonna be there?
Right. No,
And
that
I
doesn't
have
even
met
sound
you.
like anything I would do. How am I invite somebody somewhere where I'm not gonna be? Now I could see if they were saying like, oh, this is one of, you know, Q's friends, and move on past it. But the way it was drug out, oh well, Q did this and Q invited them. This is not how none of that went.
It didn't even really, after like a few minutes, it didn't even really matter because then it was all about Oliver and Kendra anyway.
Y'all know I'm drinking. I'm trying to watch my mouth. Y'all back up.
Don't watch shit.
Go ahead. I'm just kidding.
Don't.
But yeah, that was
Okay.
that. That was the whole Travis situation.
So what is it about? Because there's been a lot of conversation about the infamous Power 3 Live that kicked off a lot of the stuff that happened this season. So what exactly in your opinion really kicked off the drama regarding the Power 3 Live? What was said in there that really kicked it off in your eyes?
Well, first of all, I think what escalated the live and escalated us and our mouths and our behavior was, one, we were drinking boots. Like, we were on that live, and us drinking is not an excuse. I'm just letting it be known. We was on the Chasing Reality live for like 3 hours plus. We got lights set up. We've been drinking. We having a good time, laughing, dancing, da-da-da. So that was one. Now, the second thing is, I think what escalated the drama was, I guess, what was said in that night. But I guess for me, because I can only speak for me, the drama happened when I'm reading the comments, just like I'm trying to do tonight, but still, I've learned to try to stay on the screen. But I was reading the comments, and we were so drunk and silly, the live started getting out of hand. And me as a host, I'm like, y'all already know we only have a certain amount of time. Let's come on, y'all too. Lauren and Oliver Child, they get crab legs and Tito's. We had Tater T in the building. He was in the back twerking, him and Rock. It was a whole mess. We was all there lit, having a good time. And I'm like, all right, y'all, come on, let's move this live along. So me answering the question like da 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 da, because it was coming so far. At the time, we had like 4 or 5 phones that was live. So we just answering questions. So, but we were going so quick. So I was like, why is Kendra in jail? Da 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 da. Boom. The answer didn't move on. So it made it seem like we were sitting up talking about it. So I think that's what made it, that's what escalated it, because once we got off that live, that's when the whole contract drama started. It literally all happened that night. So I felt like I was guilty by association immediately because I'm on the screen reading it. So make it seem like I'm talking about it, make it seem like I'm dogging her and spreading her name and all these things. And I'm just like, we kind of read 50 million questions that night. So I feel like that's what started everything. But again, like I told her at the reunion, I could see how it came across, or it seemed like we was kicking her while she was down. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we had a job to do. We had to do that live. We had to make it, you know, live and funny, da 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 da. So it made it seem like we was being comical about her situation. So that's what I told her at the reunion. But at the same time, that was the first time I've seen Kendra in like a year and a half. Even Wayne the Pain, that was the very first time. Outside of me seeing her at Oliver's birthday party one night, but Oliver and Gardini was fussing at the time. You've heard me say that in my review, Jamar. They were fussing at the time, so I was trying to make sure them two won't get into it at Oliver's birthday party. I still got the footage. Go back on my YouTube channel and watch it. But that was the very first time I have seen them. So, like I say, I felt like I was guilty immediately by association. However, I could understand her stance in why she felt the way she felt.
It was just like a pick and choose. Let me just highlight this one thing, even though there was a lot that was discussed in that one, that one live. Let's just harp on this, specific thing.
And then I do feel like Wayne the Pain, I still stand by what I said. I feel like he took a lot of stuff to Kendra that was false. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that was not what was said, but she was already hot. And at the time, by the time she was hot with Oliver and Lauren, girl, she sure wasn't fooling with me. So that's just where we was at with it,
Well, that sounds like it makes sense to me. So I'm just like, well, it was great entertainment. At the end of the day,
it was great entertainment, but it just put the whole season in an awkward position. It put me in an awkward position because that's not who I am. That's not my character. It wasn't meant for me to look malicious, or this is not me making an excuse for the season, but it was great entertainment. But it really bothered me, like, oh, Q out here doing this and doing that. Like, we got diss songs and this and diss tracks, and I'm just like, I've never said anything about the duo, these two people. So I understand how you could be upset, but why the hell y'all mad at me?
Shoot. Oh Lord. Okay. So moving past the Power of 3 live, because I'm sure we can stay on her forever. We're gonna revisit, the tea that you spilled on Oliver's interview.
Oh, because what I say?
We asked Oliver, who was that strange man that came by, gave you flowers? You went to his apartment. He said he's gonna marry you. He said that him and Q had a whole past, and now that he's trying to get with you, but you let the fire under his ass and said that he was a clout chaser and all of that.
Yeah.
Revisit that subject for those who may have missed that segment.
So the guy who Oliver brung on literally the episode before, they showed his boyfriend for what, 6, 7, 8 months. Can I get a point for that one? Can we build an even playing field? Can I get a point? Okay, boom. So let's get back to the young man. Look at Scotty, like that said nothing. You're guilty by association, Scotty. You're here. No, so this young man, so listen, something about this thing, so listen up. Oh my God. So if you guys remember last season when I was dating this guy on the show, I was very upset that we were going through our whole situation, bada bada boom boom. So move past him, trying to move past him. Here you are with this guy who's giving me the same energy that he was giving Oliver on the show. Very aggressive, very, like just So he like, all right, I want to buy you food. Da, da, da. I'm like, well, come on over, child. So I wouldn't really say talking. I will say have brung me a couple of meals late in the midnight hour when a nigga was, hey, come on by, bring me something to eat. You know what I'm saying? So it just was interesting to me that this entire season or the entire time that we was talking or whatever, he was like, so you gonna bring me on the show to be your boyfriend? You gonna be me on the show to be your boyfriend? And if you know me personally, that type of stuff really turns me off. Like I don't like it. So I didn't even know that he was filming for Chasing. And the crazy part was I was actually filming in Atlanta the last time I saw him when I went home and filmed. And I was like, God knows, I wish I would have known he had filmed that scene when I was in Atlanta when I saw him. But looking up on the screen, to be honest, I had already knew that he was trying to get at Oliver because at the end of me cutting him off, because that's exactly what happened, because I can feel his energy was like really wanting to be showboyish, like, oh, let me do like a really clout chasing move, like wanting to be on the show, like was trying to find different angles, like, oh, well, you know what? I think you or Oliver need a mediator. Let me come in and sit both y'all down. I'm like, you giving me a lot of energy. And I just came off last season from crying about some shorty. I'm not going to come on to another season with some man. No. So it was very, like I said, very interesting to see him on the screen with Oliver because at the end of me cutting him off, he had asked me, was like, how do you feel about Oliver's work? Like, you know what I'm saying? I know you beefing with him right now, but like, how do you, because I know he wanted to get into YouTubing because he was like, me and you would be a great YouTube couple. And I'm just like, boy, why you keep trying to like be all doing all the most in front of these cameras? You know what I'm saying? So that was the turnoff. So I knew he was trying to build a YouTube channel. So he was like, how do you feel about Oliver's work? And he was like, oh yeah, sidebar, you know what I'm saying? Oliver sent me some DMs the other day that I did see or whatever. And he was, so once I saw the DM and I saw the communication, I already knew watch him in that area because you're trying, I see what you're doing here. I see you maneuvering. So when I cut him off, I'm guessing a couple of weeks later is when he reached out to Oliver about work. And then I'm pretty sure he laid that I want to date you pressure on. And Oliver and my ass were both at the time some little hopeless romantic. So I know he put that talk on Oliver and was like, oh, let's come on to the show. Oliver, y'all know she for the shits and giggles and for the, for the ooh la la. Somebody finna wine and dine her and kiss her feet and one on camera. Come on, baby, she with it. So that's why the move was made that it was, but he knew he wasn't gonna try that shit with me. Like, you could try that boss stuff on camera, but bro, your TV was on the floor. You gotta come harder with your game with Q. You're not finna just attach yourself to my name. Bro, you talking about you want to be in a relationship. You had a picture in your back wall with your wife and kids.
First of all, you get another point for mentioning the TV on the floor because nobody sees that. Nobody.
Hey girl, let's be real. You went and bought that Airbnb to film that scene. Like, stop playing with me.
God, girl. Listen, no. Because as that scene was happening, I'm just like, I'm pretty sure that Oliver has a whole ass nigga.
So that shows you some of the timeline of just the, production told us not to be giving out story timeline. So what I'll say is that just tells you some of the timelines of the events happening throughout the season where some episodes we got on mask. Some next season, next episode ain't no mask.
Oh, girl. Well, the tea runneth over. So
y'all are cutting up tonight.
We didn't even do nothing.
Look at
I
Jamar.
mean,
Jamar, that was a whole gif. We didn't even do nothing.
Look, Scotty knows this is B on a day-to-day basis.
I love it. I love the relationship that y'all have. Scotty is always taking up for you, Jamar. He will nut if you buck over you, okay?
At the same time, will shade the fuck out of me and scalp
That's
me.
what friends do. That's what
but
friends
like,
do.
why you acting like you don't never shade me though?
Just
Like,
let
please
me
stop.
read me and let me have it, child.
Look at
Just
y'all.
I have text messages of you shading me, Jamar.
They're
So
all
stop.
doctored and forged.
See, bitch, let's continue. Cause
Every
see, I don't
single
have time for you. You know you be faking. You be faking.
anyway. Anyway,
Capping.
enough of her.
Enough of you.
To you.
Capping. Capping.
Back to you, because now,
I love y'all.
Capping. Capping. Keep
anyways,
going.
since we brought up Oliver, which funny fact, I ran into Oliver this last weekend. I love her. She's great.
How was she? Was she giving you the most?
She almost broke my arm,
Yeah.
but I love her.
How she almost break your arm?
Because we met in traffic, and when she hugged me, Oliver's stronger than I thought he was.
He's what?
He's stronger than I thought he was. When he hugged me, he almost like pulled my damn shoulder.
We're very like affectionate people, so I believe that. I'm like that too. I'm very affectionate.
But you know what? I'll have to experience that firsthand. But when I met him, he almost broke my arm. But I love him. So what? Because I feel like we asked this question to Oliver. He gave his side. So I have to hear from you.
Oh Lord. Let's get into it.
What was this breakdown of y'all relationship with him, T.S. Madison? What was said, what wasn't said, what was aired, what wasn't communicated between the two of you? Y'all in the damn Cynthia Bailey winery going at it.
A mess.
Tell us about it.
So oh my goodness. So Oliver and this whole T.S. Madison situation. So by the time we got to the T.S. Madison situation, that was, like I said on the show, that was like bullet point number 3 or 4 that Oliver was on when it came to our friendship. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, why do you keep side swiping me? Why do I keep feeling some like sideways stuff happening? So when the T.S. Madison stuff came about, when it was brought to my attention while I'm sitting there watching it, you know, I just, in my opinion, was a little hurt by what I saw, only because of the narrative that was trying to be thrown out there with me at the time, and not only with myself, with my with the previous person who I used to communicate with, and I just didn't feel that somebody who considered us a friend from T.S. Madison and Oliver would put that type of narrative spin on a story that I won't speak on, but I will say it. I was hurt by it, and I treat T.S. Madison like a sister, like a mother. You know what I'm saying? I have stayed holidays at T.S. Madison's house, and for O, I call him O now. That's our fresh start. And for O, I just was a little hurt that even if that narrative was true, the fact that you as a friend had your hand in that type of public mix when we haven't been there was a little red flag, was a major red flag for me. So at that point, I knew I have to cut you off, because this not only affects me, this affects somebody who is connected to me. So that was that.
Baby, I was like, no, not my babies, no.
Yeah, why don't we get into it? A whole mess.
But you know what? It's fine now, because y'all have, buried the hatchet. Y'all have much better place now, correct?
Yeah, O and I are in a great place. Like, me, him, and Lauren, when we get on our FaceTime calls, we be on there just for like hours. Lauren is no face in the mirror doing her hair, doing something. O is sitting on the computer. I'm usually in the bathroom shaving, doing something like, and we would just be on the phone talking about a whole bunch of random. We are in a great space. You know what? I was surprised at the reunion that Imani Van Zant didn't get into that question or get into our segment just a little bit more. But because of the vulnerable scene, that segment took up so much time at the reunion that we didn't get into a lot. Like, and if we did, it was at the end, it was a little bit rushed. So, and we're gonna get into that. And if we don't get into it, I want to get into it on my review, which I will get into, about the whole exchange between Wayne and I and why it looked so short. But anyways,
Baby, you know what, Scotty? That leads into your question.
That's the next question.
yes.
So we're getting into the reunion stuff, and what we want to
Mhm.
know is, what was really the deal with the tension between you and Rico, and you can also, if you want to, speak on the stuff that Wayne the Pain was saying, because when the show was on, people were giving you a little bit of flack, making it seem like you were disregarding what he was saying to you and all this other stuff. So you can say it here if you want, or you could just wait till you do your review to say it. But we would, and I can speak for Jamar, we probably would prefer that you say it here. But it's all up to you. So it's like two questions in one. What was really the deal with you and Rico, and what was the deal with Wayne the Pain?
So I have to be honest, and I'm gonna say this in my review. I was shocked when they called me and Rico's name for having a beef. I was like, oh, I didn't know we had. And I looked at Rico. I was like, do we have a beef? I was like, we got a beef. I didn't know we had a beef. I've seen Rico at the all white party. I hugged and talked to Rico prior to the reunion starting, so I didn't know we had a beef. So I'll start that by saying that when it came to the exchange between him and I still stand on what I said in the beginning. I felt that, the mic shade, in my opinion, was like left field for someone who was rooting for you to come onto the show, who has extended a little bit of behind the scenes olive branch of production, like, yo, somebody from North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. Like, I'm here for that. So again, I just have to be honest and say I felt like the mic shade was unnecessary because I wasn't coming from a malicious place. I wasn't trying to be like the it all be all. I wasn't doing any of that. I told him exactly why in my review, which they placed on the show. Make sure y'all follow my little YouTube channel. Um,
Been following it, been following it, been
Yeah,
following
so
it.
I
Already
just felt
am.
like I gave him exactly what my boss at the time gave me, and I said in my review, I was like, well, maybe Rico was a little offended because I let the world know that, well, not let the world know if you watch my YouTube channel, but I let my Q-tips know that he didn't place that night. Well, maybe he placed like maybe third or fourth. So I was like, maybe he took that as me being shady, but I had absolutely nothing to do with that. My position was to find the talent, put them in front of my boss, get their feedback, and for them to see who they want to work with. All I was saying was, hey, this will be great footage for Rico. And hell, I already know I'm finna in the back of my mind because I haven't made a decision yet. I know I'm thinking about going to LA in a few weeks. So Q, you need to be getting some scenes in anyway. Let's make this a scene. So again, I said in my review, maybe he took a little shade to him not placing like I had something to do with it. So I said that in my review. So on the reunion, he fires back and was just like, I felt like it was whack. Da, 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 da. And I was like, okay, I can respect how you feel, but I wasn't coming from a malicious place. I'm just telling you what was given to me, and I was hoping that he would take it as like me giving some criticism to him.
I watched it. I was like, this is sweet.
And so I'm just like, damn, Q, maybe I should have just shut my mouth again.
See, look, getting in trouble for talking.
I know. I'm to this day I get in trouble for talking.
So here's the next question. This is good. This is almost like a sidebar because.
Oh wait, I didn't finish. Oh, I'm gonna come back to the Wayne the Pain question, Scotty.
Oh, go ahead and finish.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead and finish it now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wayne the Pain and I. So I kind of tapped on it a little bit earlier when I said I have not seen Wayne the Pain. I have not met anything. Honestly, the very first time that Wayne and I have ever like dapped up or like exchanged was the other day at the reunion. Well, a couple of weeks ago now. The night when him and Kendra came in, maybe we spoke. I probably even poured him a drink or something. But again, the focus wasn't on them that night. I was like, okay, where Gardenia? Okay, where Owen? Okay, they good. Okay, cool. Because it was so intense that night. So maybe we even exchanged pleasantries that night. But I don't remember it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, I know Kendra on the show. But I was still getting to know her. Her and Oliver had something going on at the time. I was like, I don't want no pause. So it was that slight exchange. So let's fast forward to the reunion. So, again, before I even start, I will say our vulnerable segment took up so much time in the middle that when it came down to a meat of what a lot of was supposed to go down at the reunion, it was a little bit rushed at the end. So, Wayne and I will probably say like the knee baby of the night, like seriously. And we get into our segment and he says his side and I say, you know, I received what he's saying. However, this was the first time that Wayne and I have like talked. Because as you guys can see at the finale, I was not in the headspace to talk. You know, just to keep it 100. I have been seeing what, you know, y'all got like 2 or 3 diss songs out with me. Wayne the Pain personally put me on his page like 4 times. I'm coming to Atlanta and I'm coming into the room, and I honestly did. Came into the room not listening as much as I should have been. I really wish I would have heard him out a little bit more that night, but I wanted to talk to Kendra because bringing it back, Travis had already told us he wasn't inviting Wayne. So I was like, okay, I don't have to deal with Wayne. I'm in a good headspace to deal with Kendra because I just want to let her know, like, girl, I'm not sure what was brought to you, Miss Mamas, but girl, I think you're dope. You're hilarious for the show. You know, I'm not sure what was brought to you, but I respect you. I think you're dope. I've not said anything about you. So with Wayne being there, I'm going to be honest, I was like, okay, cool. Because it's been too much going on behind the scenes from family members. And Wayne, now let me also say this: Wayne and Kendra now in a great space now. But I'm just giving y'all the tea. So I'm also in that night thinking, I'm having y'all family members inbox me threats. They inboxing the Power 3 together and inboxing us threats. Like, you know, it was a lot. So I'm just like, okay, well, I already know what type of energy they was on. But I should have been listening more at the finale night. So that was that. Anyways, let's speed back up to the reunion. Reunion, that was the first official time where it was like, okay, I think all bets are off tonight because I already saw the finale was night. I'm not coming in with none of that energy today. I'm coming in to listen, but I'm also coming in to have a conversation with Wayne as well. So where it looked like I was being dismissive, we're trying to communicate. But you got production in the back, like, wrap it up, let's go. So I'm just like, okay, cool. So that's when you see Kendra was just like, all right, y'all, forget it, Bob. And so I look at Wayne like, we good. Me and Kendra like, we good. Kendra stands up because they wrapping it up. She give me a hug, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't know each other. So she just like, all right, forget it, you and Wayne. We'll talk about it later because as y'all saw on our social medias, everybody hung out that night. But what people don't know is, you know, we dapped it up real quick and we were just like, yo, we gonna talk tonight. We didn't talk on camera. It was no cameras around, child. It was definitely no cameras around when me and Wayne talked. We was chilling. We was chilling. You know, we was in the room, and it was just like, "Yo, what's up, bro? What part of North Carolina you from? Let's start from the beginning." And it really went like that. I hate that it wasn't shown on the show, on the reunion, because that's not my spirit. That's not my energy to be so nasty, so dismissive. What caused the friction between Wayne and I think was him thinking I was being dismissive to him, not seeing his inbox. I think you guys are in a space now. I'm sure y'all inboxes are flooded with different things. So when you think about our platform, you just got to think about how many people write me a day. And it's not me being dismissive. I can't. Oliver Twist will open every single inbox and respond. Baby, listen. I just cannot. And so him not seeing my DM or me not seeing his DM was like, was a little bit shady. So I think maybe me meeting him the night of Oliver's party, not acknowledging him much because I didn't know him. I didn't know him at all. Because if you guys remember the scene when we were at Henry's, I wasn't really formally introduced to Kendra and Wayne because they were at it with Berlin and Jay Twan at the time. And they came in there and they had to smoke for Oliver. I think at the time, me and Lauren wasn't around the group for a while back then. So I was just coming in. I was like, oh, wow, like this some drama. So I was sitting back. I did not meet them then. So I think when Kendra got locked up, you know, I just haven't. So that was all of that. And I'll also say, Wayne and I haven't reached out to him yet, but I'm going to. I wanted the stuff to die down for the reunion and shows and interviews because I wanted it to be genuine. I don't have any ill intent towards Wayne nor Kendra. I think they are both talented in their own respective rights. They're dope. I think Kendra's dope. I think, you know what I'm saying? I think what Wayne wants to do is dope. I wouldn't mind, you know, mentoring him, but I don't feel like I'm in a place to mentor. Let's work together. But I feel like if I would have got that conversation prior to the diss tracks, to all of that, I'm not that person where you get my attention with all the rah-rah. Because I'm just like, okay, girl, I see that in Atlanta all the time. So I felt like if we would have had that conversation prior to the diss tracks, to posting me on your pages, then I felt like it would have been a better space much quicker than we are now. Again, back to the reunion, I hate so much of it wasn't shown because just as talkative as my ass is right now, I was trying to have this genuine conversation. I didn't care if the cameras were there or not. But I felt like because we were getting wrapped up, it made it seem like, oh, well, he just hugged Kendra. We was just, we two, yeah, we gay, but we two, like men, we were just like, yo, what's up? Like, yo, we gonna talk tonight. We good, boom. Because they were like, all right, hurry up, sit down. And I'm not blaming it on production. I do wish a little bit more was shown, but I think what was shown was necessary for the world. Wayne and I's behind the scene work, it's gonna be necessary for us. You know, it just won't happen on season 5 of Chasing Atlanta because Q won't be returning. But that's just me. I don't have to build relationships on camera. Each and every one of those people who was on that stage had something great to say about me. Troy, I was one of the main reasons Troy even came back this season.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? Rico with a K, regardless of how he feels about me, I had a hand behind the scenes. Was like, yo, North Carolina in the house, bring Shorty on. I knew how bad he wanted it. Travis connected like that. Miss Lauren England quit the show 25,000 times. So regardless of what tries to portray of Q, them girls know what time it is behind the scene. Cameron apologized to me that night at the reunion because of what happened our season prior to that. You know, and it may look like, oh, Q was about to do a fake cry. I was crying because, I was getting ready to cry, but I was trying to hold it in because y'all know I got an ugly cry. I was trying to hold it in because it was a weight off my chest, is because that's not my character, the way that I was portrayed the season prior to, oh, well, Q only came to see me to get camera time. I was like, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
So when he apologized to me, that needed to be shown because it made like season 2, like I'm clout chasing for camera time. But anyways. Woo.
There it is. There it is. And you know
There
what?
it is.
You actually brought up something that we were going to talk about in the next question.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, and we good on time, Jamar. We good. Go ahead.
okay, I'm
Oh,
glad you said it.
Yeah. We good.
I'm glad you said it because
Look, I felt your host energy. I felt a little pull on you. You good.
okay.
Are y'all enjoying my crazy ass? What's happening
Oh,
in the
they are.
comments? What's going on in these comments?
You don't want to see
I'm
those
having a great
comments.
time. And it's only gonna ooh, hold on, that shifted. It's only gonna get better.
Oh, here we go. What y'all
Because
got
now
next?
I have to, because you brought up, like, Chasing Atlanta season 5, how you brought everybody on. And we're gonna do another call.
Well, I didn't say I brought everybody on. No, I didn't say that.
Well,
I didn't bring everybody on.
You had a hand in encouraging
Yeah.
the following season.
That's better.
Look, so these girls will use a clip and be done biggity bounce me up out of here. Be like, we ain't doing that no more. I'm talking in these streets. Production sent me a text. Stop running your damn mouth in your review.
Really?
It wasn't worded like that, but I did get a little warning.
I know they tried to give y'all a warning when they said you and Oliver was up there when he had them blonde box braids.
We had what?
Oliver had remember he had the braids in, and y'all were on live like right after the episode where y'all had the big. Oh, wait a minute! Can you hear him?
I was saying they was pissed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, production was pissed.
So I heard.
Which was crazy because what people don't know, and if you watch some of our interviews, we've all said, and I were actually friends probably halfway, probably episode 2 when you guys were getting into our mess and the mess started kicking up. We were back cool by then. So we were actually, me, Lauren, and Oliver would be, you know what I'm saying, group chatting while the show going on FaceTime, like, what? Did you say this?
That's how I bet, because like you said, timelines.
Child, Miss Lauren had put in the group chat one episode. Do you guys remember the episode? Look, I'm really spilling now. You guys remember the episode, when somebody had said something about Oliver holding some content from Lauren, or you better check with Lauren because Oliver was recording you or something about some kind of recording. Y'all, Miss Lauren got in that group chat so quick. She was like, get on the phone right now. Oliver, what do you have?
Oh,
what do you got? I was like,
yeah.
I had clicked on the call so quick. I was like, girl, look, I felt like niece and ass, girl, what's going on?
But I can only imagine like being a cast member and then watching this shit play out, and y'all just like, girl, what was your confessional like?
Some of it is good, and some of it is a roller coaster where you have to go, and that's where the season of my life that I'm in right now. Sometimes you just have to step back and just take a breather because you film it, you have to inhale it, intake it. Then when you watch it, you have to inhale and intake it. Then when you like me, when you do a review on it, you have to inhale and intake. You'll be like, when am I gonna let this go? But yeah, I think sometimes watching it is good, and then sometimes watching it and somebody that says something shady about you, or it's just like it's not your best season. It's sometimes as a cast member is a lot to watch. In the beginning, when Devon and I, shout out to Devon, when we had our mess going on, my first season, I didn't watch the show a lot. It was a lot to take in. And I think the next season is when YouTube had, they upgraded and went live with the comments while you can watch. I was like, oh, God,
no. I feel like it's bad for the mental health. I feel like it's awful for the mental health.
Okay. The mental health is a whole nother video.
But this is what I want. This is what I want to ask. Because in the last interview that we did with Oliver, you had asked, would I ever do reality TV?
Yes.
And I wanted to know, and I want you to be completely honest.
Child, I'm on glass number 3. It ain't nothing but truth flowing out right now.
Amen.
Amen.
Because of how big, the Chasing Reality brand has gotten, do you believe, honestly and truly, that whichever franchise, whether it be Dallas, LA, Atlanta, that Scotty or myself or both at the same time would be a good fit for the brand? And if so, why?
And if
Well,
not, why?
first of all, I will say you have to know that you're ready. So to answer that question, before you even ask me that question, you have to know you're ready. You have to know you're ready because honestly, right now the brand just hit 1.6 million and plus counting viewers. So that right there alone, you know what I'm saying? And everybody starts, you know what I'm saying, from the ground up and is working and, doing things to get there. But you have to come in working and ready to work. Because a lot of people, I think, with our cast sometimes, this is Q's opinion, sometimes a lot of girls come in ready to read the best and ready to wear the best outfit and all of that. But it's like, okay, now that's real cute. However, there's 1.6 million viewers watching. Are you ready? Because there are going to be times where you're their favorite and there are going to be times where you're not. You still have to block that out and still live real life and know how to properly manage, back to that mental health, balance the two.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? However, this platform, the Chasing Reality platform, is incredible. I will say that, especially now, you know what I'm saying? I have my things to say about production. Production right now is A1. They're coming at us very professional. They keep it like really legit now because they see where the brand is going. So I just feel like come in and work. Like what y'all are doing is great. Step out on faith. Jump out there. You know what I'm saying? You may feel like, oh, well, my YouTube channel's not enough. It is, because I was just doing a radio show. You know what I'm saying? It's cast members who are up there now and still figuring it out. So that would be my advice to y'all. I would never say, oh, don't do it, don't do it. Now, if you're not in the mental space to hold the weight of people saying negative and positive about you, because with the negative, sometimes it yet brings us to a low place, but yet that positive can sometimes get to our head and blow somebody up, and God got to get you together real quick. So you just have to be ready. So it's up to y'all. I think what y'all are doing is dope. Even if y'all are in two separate cities, you know what I'm saying? Jamar, you can switch your look up. You know you're ready. You don't need validation. You don't need me to answer you and say, oh, go audition. I've already reviewed the show. It's going to connect the two. Go do that audition.
Baby. So many people are supporting me being on that platform. I'm just like,
you know what I'm saying? Why not?
I don't want to say. I don't want to feel like.
Why not be on the number one? Number one.
You're right.
The number one.
It's just a sign of me getting in my own way because of how respected the platform is. It's just like I want to be able to. I'm like, you always ask yourself, like, is this good enough? Do you have a good enough of a package to present to? Will you fit in with the? Well, I mean, I know most of the bitches, but still, will you fit in with whomever they bring onto the cast that season? It's so.
But the thing about it is, Jamar, what I want you to understand, God didn't create you to fit in.
Didn't we just have this conversation last night?
Okay, I'ma stop because y'all Q-tips know it'll go left real quick.
Did we just have this conversation?
God didn't create you to fit in.
Did we just talk about how we? Well, we had this similar conversation last night because I was just telling Jamar last night how we are two different people, but at the same time, I guess we balance each other out because Jamar is more so a people person. Like he can befriend just about anybody if he wants to. But me, on the other hand, it's um, give me a minute. Like, you know,
I'm about to say Scotty give me real shady friends. He's like he probably, you know what I'm saying, his character because he's an introvert in a sense, from what I pick up, would be like, oh, I wouldn't do like man casting. If you need me to come in there and help you read a bitch, I got you, friend. Like that's like that's what's going on with my face. That's Scotty. But yeah, man, God didn't create you to stand out. I mean to you know what I'm saying, to be in the box. And 2021 is a great year to take that leap of faith. Jump out there and see.
I think the thing with I think that me and Jamar are both at their place because like Jamar has already made the move to Atlanta
I'm about
and
to say
now
you already done moved to Atlanta.
and you know even then he's working on me to go
Yeah.
at this point. So it's like, you know, it's just like last year I was more so working on him as far as like getting himself out there and for the both of us to do better and not be stuck in one place. And now that has happened. We have come up out of our shells and now we're doing much better things without
And the
separate
magic between y'all
platforms.
is so dope. You know what I'm saying? The magic that you two share in your interviews is really dope. It's really dope. So y'all need to continue working together. Y'all have some good chemistry between the two of y'all. You know, with Jamar, just I don't know if y'all just met, but I know that I was just recently introduced to you by, you know what I'm saying, through the YouTube world. So that, you know, been knowing Scotty since from the beginning. So like when y'all two connected, I was like, oh, I love them together. Let's dope.
Well, me and Jamar have been friends since 2013.
Okay.
We met on YouTube.
I
That's
don't
how
like
we
to.
met. See what I'm saying? Like he can't never just be like that's what I be talking about. Anyway, I'm not even gonna play his game tonight. However, I'm gonna be the mature one today. However,
Oh, bitch,
um,
girl.
we met on YouTube in 2013, and we met in person in 2016 when he
Oh
lived in
wow.
Houston.
Okay.
So I think we were pretty close before we met, but after we met, we got even closer. So we've been knowing each other for a long time, and we've been plotting on working with one another for a long time, but we just didn't think that we didn't think anybody would really care.
It was really the pandemic that pushed us to kind of just go ahead and just do it. So I
Well,
definitely
you know
appreciate.
what? I'm interested to hear about how you guys feel about the season, or how did you guys feel about, you know, well, how did you guys feel about the season overall? Scotty, you first being look. Now I'm jumping in the host mode real quick. Scotty, you first being you know, a reviewer for so long. How do you feel about season 4? And then Jamar, how do you feel about season 4?
Okay, well, for me, season four was actually like you can see the progression with the show on each season.
Yeah, production was crazy.
So yeah, it was pretty good. I think I think the cast was good. I think everybody played their part mostly. It may be some that I feel like what they're here for, but other than that, for the most part, it was good. It was consistent. I can't say that for other shows, but it was consistent, and it was worth my time to review and watch. And not only that, the cast members were great to both me and my best friend here, and everybody was professional, and
Um,
you know, everything about it was pretty good on my end. Like I didn't have no qualms about it for me.
Well, I mean, of course, it's going to be my favorite season because it was the season that I got to really meet and interact with everyone,
mhm.
and create the relationship. Uh, like really, almost every cast member, with the exception of one, I've had to get the chance to interact with and create relationships with, and they're like some of my closest friends now. So,
Oh, that's what's up.
like, I fucks with y'all, and like Scotty had put me on
He's
like this
still
whole
working on me with it.
true because when he put me on this train, I'm like, let's just go. I'm gonna try to, I try to create relationships because, I mean, yeah, we communicate. It's great for our platforms and whatnot, but I still like to have relationships with people outside of the platforms because I feel like that's more genuine, that's more organic, and more long lasting.
Yeah.
So, like, I've created, just from the season forecast, genuine relationships with Dominique, Troy, Rico. Those are like my biggest champions. They're like audition. We will film with you. So it's not like there's not people. It's me. I swear it's all here, up here. That's just like getting in my own way. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just going to do it. If they say no, fine. So honestly, the season was great. There was a great balance. Like, even though I said the whole vulnerable segment of the reunion went on too long, it was my favorite.
Because a lot of people thought the reunion was boring.
It was my favorite part because the whole time everybody had been going back and forth at it, whatnot. It's like, okay, so how y'all really feel? Like Cameron, like you could tell, like when Cameron finally said, this man was really here for me. Y'all had a moment, and Dominique and Rico said they had a moment because they were there for each other. Like it was great to see people be human. Because we do this whole portrayal in front of these cameras. We try to be this representative for these cameras in the show, but it's just like, bitch, be human.
But let me say this, and people always say like, oh, be human, and I definitely understand that. And they were like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to show, you trying to do too much, you trying to do this. But it's like, if you don't do enough, you get dragged. If you do too much, you get dragged. So with the whole be human thing, it's just like sometimes we try to always step forward with our best foot forward because it's like without our supporters, our brand and our personal brands are nothing. So it's kind of like you try to step forward and not do certain things. And it's kind of like, oh, they being fake. It's like, okay.
It honestly doesn't matter what you do. You're not going to be able to please everybody. So
exactly. And once you learn
Jamar
that's reality TV. Once you learn you can't please the people, but long as you are good in your heart, in your spirit, and with God, even with me watching the whole Travis segment, I was looking at this like, I know this is a lie, but I'm not even gonna get up here and do all of this.
I mean, it is what it is. Like sometimes people, like I think for me and Jamar, it's like people claim that they want positivity, but at the same time they don't. It's like for a long time, people wanted me and him to fight. I don't know why, but they wanted us to fight, or they wanted there to be an issue between me and him, and we never had one.
Right.
So it's like, they come up with stories about, well, child, Jamar got him a new friend, and he just kicked Scotty to the curb and all this other stuff, and I'm just like, I'm like, Jamar, did you?
Yeah, it's so crazy. It was like, oh, the reunion was born. But during the season, oh, they need to be humble. They need to be vulnerable. Now, when the whole cast is vulnerable, everybody's out there crying with tears. Oh, the reunion was born. Okay, y'all. Did y'all want to tear up another set? Or did y'all want to see people be real?
Well, this is why we like the reunion, because at least y'all were able to get through it.
My God, today.
I thought it was great.
It was a little rush. Did y'all hear the vacuuming going on in the background?
I did not.
Them people like, y'all got to get the hell up out of here.
That's so, but you know what? That's real. But like you said, I felt like it was great. It was probably still one of my favorites because you got through it. I feel like everybody had a chance to at least touch on what it is they wanted to touch on.
Yeah.
It felt like like a completion. Like everything was sort of tied together. And I didn't feel like there was any loose ends, attached to the season after that. Like there was nothing left unsaid. I felt satisfied as a watcher. So, but it sucks that you won't be there. Well, clearly you won't be there for season 5, but it's just like,
I am Audi 5000.
You ain't gonna be there. Lauren said she's not gonna be there.
Yeah.
And I'll tell her who's decided not to come back. So it's like, and that's another thing, like if I were to try to come on, it's like most of my bitches are leaving.
Well, that's the thing about Atlanta. You get to meet new people. Atlanta is a great place to just flourish. So go there with the mindset of just meeting and, you know what I'm saying, networking and grinding your face off. I will say about the big three, just because we are not seen together on the Chasing Atlanta platform in that particular city, you guys, well, that's not the last that you'll see of us together.
Now, I pitched y'all an idea the last time that we met.
Okay.
I'm just if y'all use that idea.
Oh, of course, we want to do you like that, boo. I'm gonna cut you your 1%.
My
Not 1%.
my 1.5.
Oh my
Okay,
God. I
boom.
cannot.
He like shit. I'm gonna take what they giving. I don't even care what it is. Sound like free money to me. Run that.
Hello.
Well, I can say this. I'm glad that I actually have a friend that's more sociable because he can help me out with that because I do. Jesus.
Oh yeah.
I do not talk to people like that.
You
So
talk when needed. You have this great, freaking amazing YouTube channel.
uh, Jamar, you better tell him.
I mean, this is a compliment for you. I have nothing to do with this.
See, anyway, but however, yeah, I mean, yeah, it is, but I'm really slow at getting to know people because I mean, it's like I have to observe you first. It could be an Aquarius thing. I have to observe you first and then get a feel of who you are and what your energy is. And once I feel comfortable enough, then I can open up because I'm not quick to open up too much. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got you.
Unless,
So
you know.
in each of one of our interviews,
Okay.
there's a game that we like to play.
I don't do well with games.
Sure you do.
Great.
I have faith in you. So in this game, it's real simple. We're just gonna name a name from the Chasing Atlanta cast.
Mm-hmm.
And you can describe them in one word or a short sentence or phrase that best describes them to you.
Great game. And he's had a couple of
I'm
drinks.
ready.
So I'll start, and then Scotty and I will, alternate between.
Okay.
Troy.
I love Troy. I love Troy personally as a friend. I think he's a great person. He's super sweet. And super fine. Troy is fine.
Yeah, he is.
I want to see more from him next season. I love how this season he, in my opinion, was kind of putting his foot down a little bit more, and yet some people may take it as messy. But Troy's first season, people were saying he didn't have no voice. So second season, when he come in with too much voice, he's still a problem. But outside of that, I would love to see him do a little bit more with his work. But I love Troy. I think he's dope.
Dominique.
Oh, little Nick Nick. I love Nick Nick. He's so little and petite. The fans are eating him up, but me personally, I like Dominique. I mean,
I do too.
I think he was great for the show. I think he made some newbie mistakes. We all are making mistakes. Hell, I'm season 3 and I'm still either making mistakes or being blamed for some mistakes. So it's naturally gonna come with it. People gonna always have an opinion. I want Dominique to just continue to do what it is that he's doing. I think he is fabulous for the show. You know, he brings the foo-la-la that the people like, whether you love him or not. He's great TV. So I would love to see him just continue to be great. And I know that he has some great things in store. Dominique is like a person where you kind of pass him the torch. And I don't know him, but from the energy I get, like when you light a match, he's gonna take off. So that's Dominique.
Travis.
Travis. This is not shade. I really need some water.
I take it as shade.
No, because these girls would love to try it. I like Travis. I love me some Travis. Let me say this. A lot of people felt like this season, Q, you should have took up for Travis more. You should have took up for Travis more. Again, I like Travis. We're still getting to know each other. We're still a growing relationship, great friendship. He's a dope person, dope friend. But like, I just can't be talking out of turn coming at the reunion to take up for Travis when I'm one, still getting to know him, and two, I ain't been here to know what's been going on. But people feel like, well, Q, you brought him into this season. No, Q brought him into this season because we just know each other through the industry. So when it comes down to Travis's work, I feel like now Travis will never stop working. Like, he's a person like me. He gonna find a way to figure it out. I think he's executive producing another show. He is now on season 2 of the crap we do for love with Kevon. I didn't want to curse. You know what I'm saying? I think if the producer were to make a smart move, they would invite Travis back for another season, because I mean, him and Dominique got it popping at the reunion, so people gonna want to see that storyline play out. I love Travis. I hate that I did not get to film with him as much this season. I think he's a dope talent. He's clearly working because we've seen each other out working.
Cameron.
Okay.
Cameron. I love Cameron. I love Cameron as a bro. When it comes down to the show, I think Cameron needs to maybe do the same thing Miss Lauren did, and that's not a bad thing. I think Cameron is the OG. Like, stick around, film some scenes, but I don't think he needs to come back as a main cast member. I think, in my honest opinion, Cameron should give his seat to somebody else who's going to be more vulnerable, more spicy, more this, more that. Cameron, honestly, this is no shade. He didn't host an event this season. You know, when the stuff was happening, yet he may have been there, but he wasn't involved in being like a projected voice. So I love Cameron as a bro. I think now, since, you know, the people, his circle is gone. Sky, Devon, all like his connection. Yeah, he connects with the new girls, but it's like I just feel like Cameron should be a great friend of the show. I love him as a bro. He's done his thing. He helped get us all to where we are. But in my honest opinion, it's time to be a friend of the show, to come in and be like, you know, get the girls together and, you know, let the people know that you're still here. But for show purposes, I feel like he could give up his seat and let somebody else come in, you know, spice up the show a little bit.
I agree. 100%. Oh, I'm next.
Yep.
Cause I was supposed to call
I realized
Cameron's
that
name,
after I said it,
but
but
you
then
took
I
it
was
from
too
me.
late, so go
But you
ahead.
took it from me. But anyway.
Now, Scotty, you didn't have to call him out like that.
He did.
You could have just skipped on to the next name now.
But he did.
I just had to let him know.
Now, if I'm gonna be your husband, I'm gonna have to keep it real.
I just had to let him know.
If I'm gonna be your partner, I'm gonna have to keep it real.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. On to the next name. Look at Jamar. You are a mess. That right there will win the people over. Okay, you only gotta do much. Just do that. I will be at home king. I'll be like, oh my God, on Twitter, like, Jamar, yes, bitch.
Girl, I don't say much. I would just use my face.
Who the next name?
Rico.
Rico. I like Rico. I think Rico is dope. I love what he has done and shown his vulnerability throughout the season. I would love for them to tap into his music a little bit more. And I just want Rico to just make sure, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm gone, Lauren gone. So I just want to make sure that he has enough to stand on. And yeah, the music is good, but it's like everybody else is friends at this point. So Rico's rebuttal to everybody was like being the peacemaker. So with the power of 3 not being present, I'm just not sure where he'll land. He's talented as hell. But with this particular platform, it's just like the fans will either love you or hate you. And especially if you play, I've been the middleman before. So because of my wisdom of the platform, I just don't want him to get like ate up. But I think he's a dope person. He's talented as hell. I don't have to say that. I just want to make sure that next season, you know what I'm saying, he comes in and do what he got to do. Now, as far as our shade at the reunion, I'm not even sure how it got there. I apologize to him because I didn't mean it, and I didn't mean it, with will intent. I wasn't trying to be a shady helpful. I wasn't trying to be the it all be all, like I said the last time. I was literally delivering the news from my boss to him that came to me so that I could get paid and I go home. So You know, but that's me also learning like cues. Sometimes you gotta, so I'm learning. But that's Rico. I love Rico. I think, anybody from the 910, respect. Anybody who makes it out of Fayetteville, North Carolina is a beast because it's hard. Anybody from the South, anybody from a small town, it's hard. And to make it onto a platform, Scotty, I think you have what, like 16 point something subscribers on YouTube?
21.
Oh, that's how you gather me, okay? 21, period. That's hard to do coming from a small town. This man is sitting in his closet. It's not shade. It's like, that's hard work. Like, he put up videos sometimes that's 20-something K views, and the next week they 20K views. You got to keep going. It's hard. So my advice to Rico is keep going. And if you think what I said was mean, them bitches in Atlanta, can I curse? We
Yeah,
monetize.
bitch.
Them
I met
bitches
her.
in Atlanta don't give a fuck. At least I got credible knowledge, credentials in what it is that I do, and I wasn't being shady. But them girls in Atlanta, I think, gonna be worse and be mean girls for no reason. And I'm not talking about the cast. I'm talking about when it comes to the music industry.
Oh,
That's a whole nother ball game.
woo. Well, since I stole his last one, Scotty, you can go again, bitch.
But I love Rico.
You know what? I'm gonna be mature again, bitch. Kendra.
I love Kendra, y'all. I ain't even gonna play. I think she is hilarious as hell on the show. I be laughing at her. I think she is dope. I think she had a phenomenal season. Phenomenal season. She had a phenomenal season. Outside of our personal stuff, I don't have any ill intent. Not really, but I don't have any, ill intent or malicious intent towards her because all this time during this whole season, I didn't know her. So me reading those things on the night of the Power of Three live, again, I felt like I was guilty by association. I felt like me speaking in that moment did possibly kick her while she was down. I take responsibility for that. So where Kendra and I stand is really on a fresh, clean slate, in my opinion. I've never really had a ill intent. I just wanted to have a conversation. But because I was in Cali, we didn't get to sit down and be like, okay, girl, well, this is this, and this is that, and this is why I'm mad. Again, even during this whole season, I ain't never met this lady. The one time I met her at Oliver House, it was like real quick, hey, what's good, y'all? Da-da-da-da. The very first time at Henry's, I didn't really meet them at all. Like, at all. So, this whole beef, honestly, the very first time I met them was at the reunion. The very first time we had a personal exchange was us sitting up here clearing up all this mess that's been going on. So, to answer your question, I don't have any problems with Kendra. I don't know who I'm going for the versus battle, her or Oliver, because Kendra got some bangers out there.
Baby.
Yes,
I think she looked great at the reunion, and she had a great season. And kudos to what her career has for her, because I feel I'm always rooting for the underdog too. So I never wanted to look like the top dog in this situation because I'm always rooting for the underground artist. I built my radio show off of wanting to put underground artists in a position so that they had, because what I was noticing was a lot of people wasn't getting put on in the radio world because they didn't have no footage of them at radio stations and other stuff. So I created my Q in the Streets platform prior to me even thinking about this show. Before the show was even created, was to help independent artists. So why would I come on and shade an independent artist?
That's true.
I felt like this whole season was a miscommunication. But to answer the question, I think Kendra's dope. We don't have any beef. We hugged the last time she saw me. Last time I seen Kendra, her and Wayne were driving out. Kendra was drunk as a skunk. We left the party. The Chase the Atlanta party. We hug, mwah. And girl, we see each other. I think I will text Wayne in a couple of days because I'm still coming down from the reunion. And just, reach out and be like, hey, if you need anything, we right here because we did exchange numbers that night. Like I said, Kendra and I did not because her and Laura was in the corner talking the whole night. But Wayne and I exchanged numbers that night, and we good. Like I said, I wish we did all this in the beginning.
Well, I mean, since we've already brought him up, let's go ahead and just transfer it on over to Wayne the Pain.
Okay. Oh, Wayne the Pain. First of all, I respect Wayne for his vulnerability. I think that I commend him as a man for that because we as men are sometimes so have to be so this role that we don't get to let our guards down often. So I respect him for that. I feel like, again, Wayne and our situation was a miscommunication. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know each other. When the whole contracts and stuff started out, it was just like, oh, and, Oliver and Lauren with the contracts, and Q was there. So I just feel like, again, I'm guilty by association with Wayne. I don't have any problems with Wayne. I'm glad that him and I talked at the reunion. We did talk more than from what you guys seen. And then we did talk more that night at the whole Chasing Reality, both cities. We had a little party also on our social media. I'm going to put in my review. Make sure y'all are watching my reviews on my channel. It will definitely be my review because I want to talk about what some of the stuff that you guys did not see on the show. And Wayne and our situation was there. I respect Wayne. I think he's loyal as hell to Kendra. Wayne gonna ride whether Kendra wrong, whether she right. He riding. I think that's dope. So that's that. I don't have any ill will towards them. I respect them. I respect Wayne and what it is that he's doing and is trying to do. Even if he doesn't do, I feel like even if he don't do another thing else, he's gotten Kendra to a place where eyes are on her. That's commendable. I wasn't being dismissive, nigga. I ain't see it. Shit. I would have been like, oh, you doing the damn thing. I didn't see it.
Oh, God.
I wasn't trying to be uppity. I ain't see it. No, I'm not going to say it no more. I ain't see it. You gave me the hand. So that's Wayne. Shouts out to Wayne. I think he's dope. He's dope with Kendra is lit.
Okay. Oliver.
O and I are in a fresh space, and we're getting to, honestly, I think we're relearning each other. Of course, we still have our previous love, but it's just like you dating somebody. We have a new love for each other. We are in new spaces with each other. We are, in two cities with each other. So with that being said, we're still growing, but I will say that O and I behind the scenes are doing the work to strengthen our friendship. Him, Lauren, and I are tight as hell. And even with us, I feel like what happened, sometimes destruction comes in and makes you stronger. Those moments where things may not be going well. I feel like what happened publicly with O and I not only strengthened us, I'm sure it strengthened other friendships, especially LGBT friendships. Because we have so many people that fall out and just cut each other off, and we never hear from them again. And we was like, we didn't want to do that. We have so many people who have their eyes on us, and even outside of people with their eyes on us, our brotherhood just so deep. Like we really, really, really legit love each other. So O and I are in a great space. The Power Three as a whole, in my opinion, is in a great space. We all love each other, support each other. That's why when we get around each other, we so silly and just let our hair down because, like we said that night on the show, we all have to be so, in front of these cameras. So one thing about old Lauren and I is when we get together, we legit have a bomb banging ass time. And that was one thing I miss about our friendship and our brotherhood. That's why I was looking at old sideways the whole time. Like, y'all the only, outside of Gardini, who's another great friend of mine, like, y'all only the close friends I got. Can y'all please get along? Can we please stop this foolishness? Like what is getting ready to happen? So, but to answer the question, we're in a great space. Y'all know I'm a little long-winded.
I mean, look, it is what it
It's
is.
fine.
I'm just letting you have free reign to say what you want to say.
Yeah, I take it.
So last, and I'm pretty sure I'm not least. I'm not forgetting anyone. Miss
No, we
Lauren
haven't.
England.
I love Lauren. I love Lauren because Lauren pushes you to the limit. People always ask me, like, who do you love to film with? I love to film with Lauren because Lauren always gonna keep you on your toes. And she's like that in real life. Like she's always doing something to be better. And regardless of how people feel about her, Lauren is probably one of the most genuine hearts on that cast. And I'm not saying that because we're really tight. I love Lauren. Like I love her growth. She will give her last dime to Chasing Reality. She loves the brand, yet, she talks some crap sometimes. However, I felt like once she got involved, whether you love her or hate her, she rocks with this brand. And I love her for that because if it wasn't for her passion, I wouldn't even be where I am. So that's why I love Lauren. Lauren is a big baby just like me. She's a church baby. She country as hell. I love Lauren. Like Lauren is a great friend. She's a great friend, and we always encourage each other, regardless of her wanting to all that flirting and shenanigans she be having going on. I just love her as a friend. I know that Lauren loves me because of the way that I love her, but because she's been so real with me since day one, is why my love for her is so strong.
When we had the chance to interview her, because she does not do interviews like that.
I was surprised. And you know what? I seen that today. I said, Lauren got an interview on YouTube? I seen her. Was it with y'all?
It was, at least one of them was with us.
Lauren does not do interviews at all. I was surprised too.
And I booked that from her live on Instagram with like 80 other people. And I was just like, will you come on the show? When are you free? Like I literally booked it as on the Instagram live in the comments. And she
hey, sometimes you gotta be that hungry. Hey.
Well, that's normally how it happens, because
a lot of people, especially in Atlanta, be like, "Oh, I'm gonna come on. Don't be fluffing. What date? I'm inboxing you right now."
Yeah, that's normally how it goes. Cause like Jamar go out and get the interviews, and then I'll do the other stuff and all of that stuff. Cause when we said we wanted you, Lauren, and Q. Cause we had already you are Q.
Oliver.
I'm sorry, and Oliver. I'm sorry. Cause we had already interviewed. Who did we interview first?
Oliver.
No, we had interviewed Wayne and Lil Kendra first, and then we interviewed Troy and Dominique after them. So we was like, okay, we want to get Q, Oliver, and Lauren on here, and then I don't know how he got with Rico. I don't know if Rico requested one.
Basically
I don't know.
held a gun to my head and said, where is, because every time I would talk to Dominique and Rico was in the background, he was like, where is my interview?
Well, maybe we can do the big three for like Chasing LA premiere night. I'll see if we can get the gang up and we review it that night, and that's cute because it's not too late. It's plenty of opportunities.
Now don't tip me with a good time, Q.
I'm serious. Wait, listen.
Okay, so I'll be in your DMs.
So to be the five of us cutting up.
I'll be in your DMs to get your contact information.
Okay.
Because this is what I reach out.
Yes,
you see me? I'm trying to help y'all, babe. I'm like, let me bring on the game.
Hey, look at God. Won't he do it? Amen. But no, we appreciate this whole.
The people said, when is the Q&A? The comment said, when is the Q&A?
Well, that's up to you and your time.
I'm good.
Because we normally do that.
That's fine. We good.
Okay, so Q said that he's up for a Q&A, and y'all got some questions for him. Jesus, I'm really not ready tonight.
We at
But
149. We can go to two. We can go 10 more minutes.
Okay,
okay, so
perfect.
y'all got
Yeah.
10 more minutes. Y'all got 10 more minutes for questions. I'm just already putting my head down for these damn questions.
Oh
Because
Lord.
I already know.
Somebody said
Okay.
Lauren ambition is dope. Sis just needs to own the shade. Miss
Oh, so he's going to go fish for the questions. He's not even going to wait for the post. So he's going to go
Yeah,
fish.
Oh, they right here. I've been watching.
well, he
Q,
looking
what's
at the
your
questions.
opinion on Aquarius and would you date an Aquarius man? I have to say that I'm new to the whole astrology world. So I'm not gonna be that guy who's going to go on a date and be like, oh well, what's your sign? Because oh y'all bossy and y'all clingy and y'all this and y'all that. So I'm learning about it, but I'm learning about myself first because a lot of the Aries stuff I be reading, I'll be like, okay, that is me. However, to answer that question, I don't know enough knowledge about Aquarius to be like, I'm just gonna dismiss somebody because of their zodiac sign. That's not me.
Ooh. Somebody said, when are you and Scotty going out?
Ooh, Scotty, when are you in LA?
So here's the thing about that. That's where I actually wanted to go for my birthday this year, but Jamar told me it
When is
wouldn't
your
make any
birthday?
sense for me to go. Next Friday.
Child.
Jamar said it wouldn't make any sense for me to go because everything is
Wait,
closed.
during the 11th and 12th?
It's the 12th.
I think we're filming that night. Inbox me.
Oh hell! Like I already have a trip planned now. Ugh.
You already have what? Oh, you're
I
not gonna
already
be.
have
You're
some.
not. Oh, so you're not gonna be here.
No, I said I wanted to be there, but when I
Oh,
was
okay,
talking,
okay.
when
Cause
I was
yeah,
talking
they're
to,
filming
yeah,
next Friday. The cast is filming next Friday.
Ooh.
Jesus, I could just
What's the
slap the shit
next
out of
question?
myself. You look down in the comment section because they asked. Oh my God, Jesus, I cannot.
So, who says, Hugh, will you be Scotty's Valentine? Do you have a Valentine, Hugh?
Why is y'all being messy? No, I'm just kidding. Yes, 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 yes,
See, he has a
yes. I do have
Valentine.
a Valentine's this year.
Because, see, look,
See,
here's the thing. Because, I mean, Scotty is shy, Scotty is demure, Scotty is all of that. I'm not.
Yeah, right. You just jump out there.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
I do. I do.
I done already slid into the DMs, okay,
Eh.
and got respectfully denied, but I slid.
Right. I wasn't gonna spill your tea, Jamar, but Scotty,
I'm a bit.
Jamar, Jamar don't try to shoot that shot too.
I know he was.
This is not a secret. This is.
I know he was.
Oh, y'all are fun.
I mean, if y'all saw what we saw back, girl, bye.
Go on, tell
Anyway,
me what you saw, Jamar. Tell me what you saw.
mm, you could. I'm trying to be professional.
Y'all are
I'm not
so
going there.
silly. Do y'all have Scotty? Do you have a real life Valentine's? Okay.
No.
Oh, Jamar is nasty. Jamar, do you have a real life Valentine's?
What's that?
Her. This is my first Valentine's. So
I've never heard of that.
I don't like the Valentine's Day myself. I felt that way. I'm not sure. This. We're gonna see.
Yeah, I don't
We're
have
gonna see.
one. I don't have one. I never really have a Valentine anyway, so this is nothing new to me. So,
The time I thought I had one, girl.
So who was your favorite cast member this season? Jamar, who was your favorite cast member this season?
This is not a fair question. This is not a fair question.
And it doesn't have to be me because I'm here.
I'm gonna give the
I'm
vague
not
and
answering.
bland answer that I love it. No, I'm sorry. I love honestly everybody for different reasons.
Okay.
I am in a
Okay, so we're gonna do your
polygamous.
top. Who was your first number one top, and then you can do my reason. We'll eliminate all that.
Okay, so I'm in a polygamous relationship with Q and Rico. And then I have.
Let me tell you this. I don't like to share.
Okay, so actually, I've actually divorced Rico, and then now me and Q are getting married.
Okay, so now you
Boy,
cut your best friend right in the front and in his face.
I told you he's shady.
Don't you get caught up in the mess next season on Chasing Atlanta. Look at you. You see how fast you got caught up in the mess? You see just that fast. You got caught up in the mess. Okay, now. So Rico and so what's your reasoning for we can skip past Rico.
You said what's the reason?
Yeah, we can do what's Rico's reasoning. Make it quick and then do mine.
Rico is dope as hell. Sweet as can be, and Rico has been like a true friend to me thus far through this whole process. Like
Rico's dope in person. Have y'all tried to make a connection?
So yes, but we have not had the chance to interact in person yet. It's been like a hit and miss thing of trying to link up, but it's happening.
Well, honey, listen, you fresh to Atlanta. Don't be thinking about no relationship. You take your time and you get to work. It's a whole lot of options in Atlanta.
Hello. But let me tell you, the person who I do have like the actual like closest relationship with, like this is my friend regardless of the show or what have you, is Dominique.
Yeah, I saw y'all. I see y'all.
I love Dominique. Dominique is my
He's so cute and cuddly. Okay, now go on me.
I mean, see, let me tell you something. I tried to connect with you, but see, we in this pan pizza, this periodic table, this Pangea situation right now. So while I was in LA, we could not safely connect.
Yeah, because Cali been shut down boots. It ain't been like Atlanta. It's been shut down for real.
And hello? That's why I told Scotty, there's no point in going to LA for your birthday, because you're going to do what?
Exactly.
But honestly, everybody from the cast I've created a relationship with either through these interviews or through my online, except for one person.
Who is this one person you keep throwing out? You gonna at least
So
say the name. Say the name. Say the name.
So the only person, and this isn't like bashing or any shade.
It's not shade, but who the one person who only got no response from?
Had any sort of connection with from this cast is Travis, and it's no shit. It's just like it just didn't happen.
It's probably Scotty. Scotty been dragging Travis all season.
I'm not gonna force it.
I'm just kidding.
Listen, you were me at that party. Like, you can't tag Chasing Atlanta and say who has the script. Say their name.
I was hoping Travis was gonna say their name either at the finale party, or even at the reunion. Okay, I won't talk about y'all. I was talking about somebody on the Crap We Do for Love. Like, I was like, okay, Travis, say somebody's name. Even Oliver, and I'm gonna put that in my review this week. Oliver was like, I just want Travis to say somebody's name. I just want to say somebody's name. But anyways, I don't know. I don't know why you're. I would have thought it was Lauren England, because that heifer don't do nobody's interviews. But she try to peek out this season when she leaves. Don't y'all give my boo too much. I can do that. Y'all can't. Y'all just sit back.
Hopefully we run into her, sometime soon while I'm here. But before you, because I know we're coming up on the time. I want
y'all good. We good. I do gotta pee. Just a smidge. Gonna be honest.
I mean, look, we honest bitches over here, but I do want to get your feedback on this, because we ask everybody this question, whenever they come onto the platform, because we want to get good feedback. Um, do you feel like throughout this interview, did you feel comfortable? Did you have a good time? Do you feel like we did, our job as hosts? What would you, give us as your feedback?
I think that you guys again are doing an incredible job. I can't wait to see you guys spark up your podcast, because I know that you guys have been raising money to get this laptop. Even I follow, even with so much I got going on, like I think that y'all are dope. I definitely enjoy myself. I think that you guys have a great chemistry. I said that in the review. I don't have to answer the question because I've said I think y'all
You really did.
together. Hell, I'm encouraging you to audition for the show, because I feel like you have a great personality, and sometimes great personalities like myself, sometimes we just need that platform. And chasing reality, whether you're scared of it or not, may land you a show. But until you step out there and take that leap of faith, you'll never know. So I'm going to always tell a dreamer or a creator to go for it. You know what I'm saying? But to answer your question, I think y'all are dope. I think y'all are very factual with the show. You guys keep up and actually watch the show. So we as the cast appreciate that, because you know what the hell y'all talking about when y'all asking stuff. But I think y'all are dope. Y'all are a whole lot of fun. Y'all professional, on time, my God. But yeah, y'all are dope. And I think the next time we do this review, it won't be here. You guys will be elevated to something different.
Ooh.
That's what we're trying. That's what we're working toward. We were just, you know what? As a matter of fact, me and Jamar were just having a conversation because we talked last night for a while, and we were talking about where we were this time last year versus where we are now, and how overwhelmed we both are, because it's like he's moved to Atlanta now, and he still, as soon as he get there, he don't get no time to rest. He's still working and doing other things.
Yeah.
Um, I still work my 9 to 5 job and putting out videos all at the same time. And at this point, I'm kind of drained, but I know it, I know why I'm drained, because I'm doing a lot. And on top of that, we've been discussing me moving to Atlanta, which, you know, at this point, I am. I just don't know
Yeah.
when this year is gonna come at some
Bring your
point in time.
ass.
But he wants me to come now. But
Well, I will say
whatever.
move. I will say move when you're ready, because ATL is that state where if it will spit you out really quickly if you're not prepared. However, I just want to encourage both of y'all. Right when you're going through stuff, or right when you move in states, and right when you feel all of that pressure, is right when God. I'm not sure if everybody fake bakes, but y'all know I'm PK. But right when that
Come on.
pressure is on you, right is when God get ready to do some great things in your life. So what I will encourage both of y'all to do is just push forward during this time of pressure or things are heavy. Jamar, you have a fresh, clean slate in pretty much Black Hollywood. You can become pretty much who you want to be at this point. You could be, we're YouTubing today, you could be on E! News tomorrow.
So, okay, so basically, I'll put this here on this platform. I'm going to audition. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
I'll put my hands to the sky, hands to God. If it doesn't happen, that's fine too. But if it does,
But at the same time, God is bigger than chasing Atlanta. So because you're not casted on that doesn't mean that he has something not greater for you down the road. So even if you do audition and you don't make it, there's something that still had God still got a package under the Christmas tree with your name on it. You just stay ready.
We might get our own shit. We probably don't even have to be on this show. We have our own stuff.
You better talk about it, Scotty. Now you're talking.
So I mean, I'm just saying, like,
I seen them do it.
the possibilities are endless for the both of us at this point. Like, we were just talking about this last year. Like, like this time last year, we were just talking about this. Like, I was living out of a hotel at the time, so I really wasn't in the best place when we both discussed this. But once I got out of the rut, and then the pandemic hit. We hit the ground running and ain't stopped
Yeah.
running since. And look at what we're doing now.
And now y'all at full speed, so go with it.
baby. And
We are.
we do this show. I have, my own YouTube channel. And they say, like Hughes said, I've been secretly said we've been producing this Atlanta-based reality show here from a different franchise. So I done tapped my foot in that. Me and Carl K Star gonna be working on some music later on for his project.
Oh, I know
I
Carl. I love Carl.
and the assistant too. Like as soon as I came down here, bitch, it has been wild.
And
Yeah.
then we have other up and coming reality shows that wants to work with us, like with interviews and things of that nature. We actually, I can only say so much about it, but
Bitch,
we
we lit.
actually we we and then me and Jamar also have another show that's on a different platform that we're trying to figure out how we're gonna premiere it because we got a lot of stuff going on in front of us, so we're trying to figure out how we're gonna put it out there. But it's on the way, and they actually reached out to us for a show, and I thought it was spam, but it wasn't. It
Okay.
was actually the real deal. So
Yeah, that's lit. Congrats to y'all. Congrats to y'all. That's lit.
But Hugh, thank you so much again for coming onto the platform. We love you so much in
I love
multiple
y'all more. Oh
ways.
my gosh. Although we come to
To
be. Yes, take it on out.
Come on. We
I love y'all. And
appreciate you.
again, before I leave, I just appreciate y'all so much for grinding and rocking with the brand. Like, if it wasn't for y'all, we would not be as big as we are. So we thank you, YouTubers and bloggers, for covering and reviewing the show because y'all bring, your 21. Excuse me, Scotty. You bring your whole 21 to our platform. So again, thank y'all so much. I wish y'all nothing but abundance, and just keep going. Times are gonna get hard. There's gonna be times you don't want to cut this camera on. There's gonna be times when you go through anxiety, you be like, I ain't feeling it today. Listen, those are the times that y'all push through. But anyways, make sure you guys will follow me at all of my social media sites at Quentin T. Harris. Make sure you guys click the link in my bio on my IG. Get your Dream Bigger merch. Listen, get this merch. I just wanted to inspire you to go bigger. Like I told them earlier, don't think about chasing Atlanta. Go bigger than that. Think bigger than that. I always like for people to think big. So that's why I want people to get my merch. Anyways, I'm going to shut the hell up. I support Scotty and I support Jamar. Y'all make sure if you're not Q-tips, if you're not following them, subscribe to their pages. They are freaking lit. Scotty's always recovering stuff. Y'all see Jamar hit you with that real, ooh, nah, nah. Follow my talkative silly ass on all of my social media sites at Quentin T. Harris. And I'll try to encourage you on the days when I'm not pissed off. And when I'm pissed off, I just give it to you a little bit raw over there on Twitter. So follow me there as well. It's your boy Q, y'all. I'm out. This has been an incredible season.
wait. Before you go, I just want to
What you
say this
want,
before you
Scotty?
go.
What you
No,
want?
no. Let me say this before you go, because I feel like I should say this in front of you. Jamar, we reached our goal.
I saw.
We
Oh,
reached our
come
goal.
on, Jesus.
I saw.
Yeah.
So we have reached our goal.
Yes, for y'all reaching y'all goal tonight. Congrats to y'all. Wow, that's incredible. See, look, we just talking about dreaming bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Now we on this interview. Y'all gonna watch this shit back in a year. Be like, yo, Q said that shit. Now we doing this, that, and the third. Y'all just hit y'all goal tonight. Congrats to y'all. That's the end of me. I can tap out. I love
All right.
y'all.
We
So
love
look
you
like y'all
too.
finna be starting the podcast. How about
We,
that? I
we will
love y'all
definitely
so
be in
much.
touch for the Chasing LA premiere, all of that.
Oh, yeah, reach out to me. I got you. We'll chit chat. Now I'm gonna
We
text you in
love
the
you.
morning because I'm finna finish the rest of this bottle.
Hey, hello.
All right, y'all bask in y'all
Man,
greatness. I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all
thank you
continue to
so
rock.
much.
All right.
Thank you
All
so much.
right. Thank you.
I love y'all. Peace.
Love you
Love
too,
you
baby.
too. Should we cry now or later? Should we like?
That's 1,200 US American dollars. 1,200 US currency that watchers and supporters of our platforms gave from their accounts to our raggedy asses during a pandemic where people lost their jobs, people struggling, people getting sick, and yet people still found the currency to donate to our raggedy asses. $1,200. And I made that GoFundMe on October 14th, 2020. It's only been like 3 or 4 months to raise 1,200 US American dollars. God is good.
Yes, he is.
Okay, and this time, and we said it over the course of the whole year, this time last year, Scotty and I had no idea what direction we wanted to do for our channels. We had no idea, no real like drive at the time. We felt stuck, we felt stagnant, we felt like we weren't really going to get a chance to go anywhere. And yet, y'all stuck with us.
I'm still here. I felt like I feel emotional, and I don't want nobody to see it.
And believe, now come on to the camera with me, bitch. Come on to the camera with me.
I don't want nobody. Okay,
We
here.
have to stand in solidarity with each other. I got you. But even in the moments where we had little to no belief in ourselves, we said, you know what, we're going to start this show. We're going to try to do it weekly. We're going to do the best that we can and just do it. And we gave it like a name, like a temporary name. We worked on the artwork I got with a good friend of mine who's still a supporter of ours to design the show. And we're just like, let's just do it. Let's put the GoFundMe out there. There's people that believe in us. Let's just do it. We started doing the show weekly. We had our guests on. And from our weekly shows, when they gained the traction, we started conducting the interviews. We thought that the interviews were going to be like one interview like every couple of months or something crazy. Like we thought that we would be like one of the last stops for, a lot of, these big personalities from these large YouTube, reality show series, but through like authentic, organic relationships, they were first of all willing to come onto the platform, and then they started asking us when can they come onto the platform before we even had the chance to ask. And now what we thought we were going to do once every few months or so, Scotty and I are so booked that we're trying to organize all of the guests on our calendars. We are blessed. And I don't think, just then again, from when we talked about interview, Lauren England does not do interviews, but she did one with us and had a great time. And we enjoyed her as well. So and again, $1,200 in a pan pizza. Y'all are incredible. We love y'all. We thank y'all. We could not do any of what we do without y'all. And I'm gagged. I really, because I was just like, I didn't know this is going to work, but this is what we can do. So now we have the funds to at least go out and purchase the new laptop to have the software to create the podcast. We've already been in touch with a platform that's been asking us, when do you want to premiere the show? When do you want to premiere the show? So that we're able to start like making, real money on this. Y'all can like chat with us live. Like it's this whole thing. And it's incredible. It feels great. And things are just opening up for the two of us. And I just can't be more appreciative, proud, and grateful to be able to enjoy this moment, not only for myself, but I get to enjoy it with one of my best friends and how we've both had our struggles to get to this point. And bitch, we here. And there's stuff we haven't even talked about yet, bitch. Y'all are proud of us for the things that y'all know, but y'all don't know the things that y'all don't know yet that we have not told y'all.
I'm sorry, I can't. I can't. Cause I don't really do the whole I don't do the whole emotional thing. It makes me most definitely
Thank you, Lord.
uncomfortable. Like I don't do that, especially not in public. So it's I'm trying my best to hold it in,
Bitch,
but it's
when people give their hard-earned money over $1,000, bitch, they get what they want. Y'all get what the fuck you want. And look,
and
Q just put in the chat and say, it's y'all time. I'm so proud of y'all. I love y'all. Shout out again to Q for coming onto the platform. We love him so much. We're so excited to be able to work with him in any capacity in the future for his Chasing LA franchise. Whew.
I just want to say that
Go ahead. I don't say too much. Let me shut up.
no, you fine. I just want to say that literally this time last year, and I said this early on in the interview, but this time last year, I didn't even have a roof over my head.
Mm-hmm. Tell it.
Like me and my family were living out of a hotel for 3 months because we fell on hard times, and um, I tried to hold down the fort, and I tried my best. But sometimes when you do your best, sometimes your best just ain't gonna cut it sometimes. And that's just what it is sometimes. Your best is your best, but sometimes your best ain't the best for certain situations. And it is what it is. I tried my hardest. As a man, I did. And if anyone knows the things that I went through during that time, it would be my best friend here. He knows. I went through the roughest time of my life during that time, the darkest time of my life. Suicide was an option for me. I tried to like if I would have went through that, I wouldn't even be sitting here with him doing this, to be honest. I had a lot going on. A failed relationship, not having a place to live, still working, still trying to keep a YouTube channel going, even in the midst of me being in a hotel room. When you're used to living in a three-bedroom home with two bathrooms, and now you're confined to one room and one bathroom with like three other people, it was a lot on me. And I know that when the year started, me and Jamar both was talking, and we both wanted we both wanted more for our respective platforms, and we knew that we wanted to do more, and we knew that we were both stagnant, and we knew that we didn't know where to turn, and we knew that we both wanted to give up at some point in time. Even though I would tell him not to give up, my ass wanted to give up, but I wasn't going to allow him to be a quitter like I was. Because one thing about me is that I pride myself on being the strong person, which is why I feel a range of emotions at this moment, but I don't want to show it because that's just not who I am. But when I say I see something in someone, I see it in them, and I see a lot in my friend. And all I wanted for my friend to do was to be able to build his presence and show people that you don't have to be ghetto as hell like me just to have an audience. You could just be your authentic self and people will flock. All you have to do is continue to put out your content and be consistent and just do your thing. He didn't know where he wanted to take his channel to. He had not done videos in a while. He didn't know exactly what lane he wanted to go in. And we both wanted to do a podcast. Like we said before, we wanted to do a podcast years ago. We wanted to do it with I don't give a damn. I'm just gonna say names today. It's not any shade at all, but we wanted to do a podcast years ago with Justin and Adrian years ago because at that time we were friends with them. And honestly, we felt as though it would be a perfect fit because it would have been a balance for the four of us because me and Jamar did not feel like we were entertaining enough to carry a show alone. We felt that we needed those two to help us carry it because their personalities were bigger than ours. And we were friends, and we thought that it would be perfect. And we thought that that's what people would want to see is four gay men have a show, a panel type show reminiscent of The View or The Talk with four guys, four gay guys having opinions. It didn't pan out the way we wanted it to because things happen and friendships dissolved, and it is what it is. But last year, at the top of the year, we decided that we was gonna do this, and we came up with the name. Jamar got his friend with the images. We paid for it, and I said that
We didn't have to
once.
pay for it. She wouldn't let me pay her.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She wouldn't let
Um,
me pay her because she's watched this for so long. It's like this
yeah,
is my donation to y'all's
yeah,
vision.
like we were supposed to pay for it. My bad. I was saying we paid for it. I really thought we paid for it, child. But
I wanted to. She would not give me
yeah,
her cash app.
okay, because what it was something because we was both ready to pay for it. That's why I said we paid for it. I thought we really paid for it, but we sat there. I was laying in that hotel bed and I was looking over the stuff and I was giving my opinion and we did it. And I said that once we leave out of here, we could be more focused because I don't have my computer with me. I'm in a hotel room. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So we'll have to do it once we get out. And that was at the top of the year. We found this house that I'm in on January the 31st, 2020. That's when we found this house. We moved into this house a week, 2 weeks after my birthday. It was the last week of February. And we've been, so it's about to be a whole year since I've been here. And as soon as we got here, I bought a new computer and bought like that black background and decided that I would do videos in my closet because I love my walk-in closet, and I decided to do my videos in there instead of the bathroom like I've been doing for years. And I just said, I'm gonna take off with this. Then the pandemic started, and me and Jamar did not know exactly what was going to happen because people were getting laid off. And at one point, if he don't mind me saying this, he thought he was going to get laid off his own job. So we wasn't sure financially if we could pull it off as far as the podcast is concerned. So I came up with the idea of how about we do this YouTube live every week. We can call it the prelude because that's exactly what it would be. It would be a prelude to what our podcast would be. And he said, okay, so what we could do is we could go, like, because Jamar was new to StreamYard. He didn't know anything about StreamYard. He was new to all of this. And I introduced him to it. And he was like, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go live one time and we're going to see how everybody reacts. Because we had never gone live before together. The only person that I went live with was Justin. And I went live with him maybe twice. Me and Jamar only did like a vlog together when we first met in Houston for the first time. That's the only time we did a vlog, to, like a video somewhat together. But we never went live. And when we went live, we got great feedback and we decided that we were going to continue it. We continued the show. It has been a slow build, but it's fine. Like slow builds are sometimes the best builds. And we started it off like being a pop culture topic driven type show, but not knowing that it was going to turn into a platform for LGBT entertainers. We never knew that it was going to be that. Like, we never knew that. Like, we came up with an idea to interview Tramiel. It started with the interview with Tramiel, which I wasn't even that keen about because I didn't, I was like, okay, like we interviewed Jamil, like what can we interview him? What can we talk about? And it was kind of like, Jamar was like, no, we can do this, we can do it. I'm like, okay. Because even though the show is on my channel, we still run things by one another. Like it's not like I'm running this shit by myself. Like Jamar is a good people person, so he actually goes out and try to get the people to come on the show. And sometimes they just reach out to him and then they come on the show, and then I do the rest. I make the links for the interviews. I send out the emails, and he get the people, and that's how we work as a team. So it's not like one doing more than the other. So we got Tramel on the show, and then after Tramel was on the show, we did maybe one or two more of the normal shows that we would normally do, like the pop culture shows, and talk about what was going on. And then we interviewed Ike. Then we interviewed Devon. And then and then it went from there. We interviewed Devon, and then after we interviewed Devon, it took off from there. Because after
We did
Devon,
Kendra, Dominique and Troy, Oliver,
Oliver, Carl,
right?
and
Carl and Terrell,
Tramel. Um, then we
Rico, Lauren
Rico.
Higgins.
It just it just went from there. It went from us asking for the interviews to people wanting to do an interview with us, and then it just went from there. And then there's other things that have transpired for the both of us that we can't talk about it now. But there are things that have transpired for the both of us where one of us gets an opportunity, but it benefits the both of us. So it's like for me, and I think this goes for Jamar too. I just always feel like whenever I get an opportunity, I'm gonna always find some way to share that opportunity with him. That's how it's been from the very beginning. When we first started working with G Status, the first thing that I said to Ja in the DM was, he asked me, "What is it that you need for me to do?" And I said, what I would want is promotion from my platform. But if you don't promote me, at least promote my friend Jamar 84. He's also a YouTuber. He's rejuvenating his platform. He's getting into your show. It'll be great if you promote him. Even if you don't promote me, promote him. That's all that really matters to me. I don't care about me. Promote him. And he was like, okay, that's fine. And that's from that point on, I always felt like if I ever get a platform, I mean not a platform, an opportunity to do anything, I'm gonna always find a way to include Jamar because at the end of the day, he's not someone that I just consider like a business partner or someone that a coworker. That's not just a coworker to me, and that's not just a business partner for me. Like that's my best friend. That's like my brother or whatever we want to be that day, brother, sister, whatever the fuck we want to be on whatever day. It's that's what it is for us. So when you see people come on the platform and they say that I sense it is a genuine friendship. It because like it is like we have been through a lot of things, and it's reasons why I get so irritated when people want to try to create strife between the two of us or want us to fight or want us to have a falling out or want to find a reason because at the end of the day I've already gone through this whole falling out with a person that was supposed to be my friend on YouTube and all of that other stuff and to this day people I mean whatever but at the same point in time it's just like that friendship is not the same friendship as this one is. It was never the same anyway, which is why one ended and one is still around. And that is not shade. It's just real talk. So I mean, this is a big thing for us because we really didn't think at the beginning that we would ever have people that really care about what we do, and that's just what it is. And you know, it's just like I always wanted to I always just wanted him to soar even if I didn't. I wanted him to do the same. And the fact that we are able to do a lot of stuff together and continue to do stuff together is amazing. And that doesn't go like it is what it is. Like that's my best friend at the end of the day. So whatever I do, I want him to do the same, do whatever. Like we have our separate things that we do, but at the same time, it's like I feel like when you see one, you're gonna see the other. If he was to get on Chasing Atlanta and get on the show, even if I wasn't a cast member, I'm gonna be around.
He's gonna film something with me.
I'm gonna
I
be
mean, it will probably be like one of our shows or interviews.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be around. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like it is what it is. It's just like even and even like just even with just like with Jamar, like Terrence is a great friend of mine. Josiah is a great friend of mine. So it's like you know what I mean. I like I'm glad that we have some sort of camaraderie amongst us because I mean, even Jamar has kind of gotten to know Terrence and Josiah as well. I mean,
Mhm.
it is what it is. So, I mean, it's great to have some type of camaraderie, especially amongst black gay men, because you don't see that a lot with us. Like, you don't. So, if anything, I want me and him to be not necessarily the blueprint, but an example of how gay men can actually have a friendship, especially in media, because I never knew that. I never knew that. I never knew that us doing what we do. I never knew that we would actually be into the whole LGBT entertainment circle. I never thought that because I'm not even the most LGBT friendly person in the world, and my ass is gay as hell. Cause I mean, I just never thought that I would actually be in those circles and people looking at us and they actually respecting us. And it just goes back to what we said before, and Jamar could probably pick up off of what I'm about to say. But like I said, we came up with some of the best, and I say it all the time. We came up with some of the best, and we were around, but we were, you know how you have an oversaturated music industry and you like a seven streeter or somebody like that, and you're amongst all these great people, but people don't notice you because everybody else is just big and booming, and nobody really notices you because you're in the background. That's pretty much what me and Jamar was. Like when you think about the people we came up with, like we came up with Kevin and McHale, we came up with
Not
Brian
the
B.
background no more, bitch.
Right. We came up with Wes. We came up with Bundy. We came up with Alex. We came up with Ashley. We came up with Justin. We came up with Adrian. We came up with Much Love. We came up with all of these people, and everybody, everybody had their respective fan base. But I still feel like Jamar and I was pushed to the background. Like people really didn't. We were slept on. We're the ones that were slept on, and it
You
took
want to
us.
spill some tea
What kind? Okay, go ahead.
because there is a person within our community who has agreed to come onto the platform.
Do you want to say who?
Someone who has agreed to come onto the platform as a guest. Bitch, and we gonna drop it right here, right now. Are y'all ready?
Are you ready?
Are y'all ready for the tea? Who has
Are
agreed
y'all ready for the tea?
to come here onto the platform? If
Do
you
you,
don't know who I am,
do you
shame
want me to say
on you.
it? Do you want me to say
My
it?
name
Izzy
is
Money
Imani Van
Van.
Zant, and I am here to help you fix your
Your
shit.
shit. Okay?
She has agreed to come onto the platform. Now, we haven't solidified a date yet because, like I said, we are secretly booked. But we're going to find time to slide Imani Van Zant into the line up. And she says she would love to be a part of the show because she wants to be a guest for once instead of hosting the show. So it
Yes.
is going to be fantastic. Now, also, I'm going to let y'all in some more tea and then I'm going to shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Because Imani is, well, as far as I know, Imani is going to be a part of this other project that I'm working on coming out in the summer of 2021.
And
This weekend,
I'm kind of
this
somewhere in there.
somewhere in there, we girl, if I
We,
told you the shit that happened even to me this morning with that shit, it was a mess. But
yeah, I'm somewhere in there.
she is planning to be a part of our production this weekend at an event. It will be filmed. It's going to be great. So I'm just telling you, God is in the midst, making shit happen. And y'all are here to witness
And
it.
should we and should we say exactly what the because I know we've been keeping it to ourselves for the last month. So should we go ahead and say what platform the other show that we're doing is going to be on, or should we just still keep it to ourselves?
From which part? The one that's happening now that I'm working on,
The one
or
that
the
we're doing.
in May?
No, no, not that one. The show on the platform. The one that reached out to us for for a show.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Only
don't say no.
because we reached that goal. So, only because since we reached that goal, now we can start putting things in motion. So now y'all can eventually getting closer to seeing the name and the artwork that I've had for a year.
Mm-hmm. A year.
Literally last February of 2020, we started working on this shit, and it
A
has just
piece
I just be
a piece
so
of
stupid.
the artwork, a piece of it is my avatar.
Well, true. I had it up. I had mine on there for. But if y'all want to get like a small smidgen glimpse of what the artwork is, Scotty has been using it for his profile picture on Instagram and Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
And that's just the tiniest iota of what the whole thing looks like. It is truly fantastic. So I'm just saying we could be here all day, but y'all, thank y'all so much. This has been incredible. I believe we are both incredibly emotional over
We
the
are.
overload of support that we have received on our online YouTube journey. And people will not let me not believe in myself because I done told y'all, fine, I will audition for the show. If they say no, it's fine because we have other shit going on. But if they
Exactly.
say yes, y'all know I'm gonna cut the. Can y'all imagine? Y'all know I'm gonna cut the fool, not in a bad way, but I have so. Luckily, I have so many great positive connections to the people that are on that show that I feel like it will be a great thing. I feel like it'll be a great thing. And everybody's I've been asking like people seem like they're supportive, so we'll see how it goes. But
Well, before we do go, we do have a before we do go, we do have an interview next Tuesday, at 10 p.m. Eastern time with Hey Mikey ATL, who was a part of Web Life Atlanta. And he also you should know him by now. Y'all should know him by now. He got a blog and all that other good stuff.
radio
So
show with Carl,
radio show with Carl, all of that stuff. He's one not only is a cast member of Web Life ATL, but he's also one of the EPs of Web Life ATL. So next Tuesday, and Jamar has to make that. He gotta do the artwork for that promo and stuff. But cause I can't do none of that. I ain't. Mm-mm. And come to find out, me and Mikey have the same birthday. That's very ironic. But
somebody in the chat just called me off guard. I'm sorry.
oh, I know exactly what you're talking about because I just seen it. But they
I
didn't lie though. They didn't lie though, regardless of how shady it is. They didn't lie. But yes, Hey Mikey is our next guest for an interview. Hopefully Brandon Carson is the week after that. That's the plan. We're still waiting on confirmation about that. And hopefully E Money is after Brandon. Cause we got her on lock. We know she's coming. We just gotta get the date together. But she's coming on the show. And not to mention there's if you haven't checked it out, it's a new show called The Grind, Dallas edition. Their next the second episode is coming out, I think tomorrow. They already told me it's a bi-weekly show, so it comes on every 2 weeks. Um their cast is also on their cast is also looking to us to be one of their first stops for interviews and stuff like that. So we're gonna be booked. This show gonna be booked. So all I gotta say is this: if you guys in the LGBT entertainment community is looking for an interview, you better reach out to either me or Jamar and let us know that you want one, so we can put you in. Because listen, the
It's gonna
people,
fill up quick,
the
bitch.
people are coming for interviews. So
And
you
bitch,
need
and
to.
they're like doing like a party booking. They're like the producers are coming like, hey, we want our cast to book. We want to book our cast for the show, and that's like 8 people. That's like 2 months almost of weekly interviews.
Right. So y'all better come on. If y'all want an interview, y'all better come on with the come on, because like I don't know if we're gonna be able to still do those accommodations that we did last time, like have 3 interviews in 1 week. I don't know if we're gonna do that shit again, cause that was a lot of shit. Okay, 3 interviews in 1 damn week. Talk about tired.
Who was it? We did. Um, was it Rico first? No, Lauren was first.
Lauren was first, and oh my god, what happened? Come on now, Jamar. What happened? Where you at? I can't see you for shit. Hold on, y'all. Let me see something right quick. What happened? What happened?
So the people are trying to drag me into the streets again. They just tried to call me and be like, "Bitch, where you at?"
Who are the people, child? Who are the people?
No, my friend. Remember I told you Wade was
Oh, okay.
manning the door, and he just called me to be like, "Okay, you got to go around here and find me at this place, and you ain't missed nothing yet because I'm outside eating a pork chop."
Okay, well, since Jamar got to go, we're gonna answer this one last question, and it's more than one person asking this question. These people want to know what because we already spoke on this before, but we're gonna speak on this real quick, and then we're gonna go because I got to go to sleep because I got to go to work at like 4 in the morning. So they want to know about that show that we don't fuck with no more, and why they went MIA and all this other stuff. To be honest, only thing we gonna say about that is we don't know why they went MIA, and neither does the cast. We don't know nothing. All we know is that when we was at the reunion, it was a bunch of shit. And after the reunion, we got attacked for speaking on what happened. So that's why we don't fuck with that no more. And nah,
Girl,
we'll watch it, but we're not working. Not
I
like we're
have
not doing
left.
interviews.
I have left that so in 2020.
It's in the past, child.
You want to know a fun fact though that I found out from Dominique?
What?
That day that we did that they filmed that reunion
Mm-hmm.
was the same night as the white party.
Oh wow. Never would have known.
That was filmed the same day. So we did. So probably the white party was being filmed while we were eating that pizza. And while I was sitting there ready to kill someone,
Listen.
baby, let me tell you something. It is, girl. I feel like I feel like a broken record child. It is. I've only been that way maybe 2 to 3 times in my life. Y'all don't never get to see it on camera because that's not something that y'all want to see. Girl, I was ready to.
I was even scared, and I ain't scared of no bitch.
And that's
So,
and that's why I was like, oh, damn, I'm kind of. I felt bad because I was like, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that, and it didn't help that other person kind of. Ooh, how can I say this without being shady? Came by me, passed me, and spoke to you. You know who I'm talking about?
Mm.
That didn't help either.
The person that got my address.
So, so, like, I'm a great person. But I'm also very Scorpio, and I can be your best friend as long as you don't cross me.
Well, all I know is this because it like ever since like all I know is this ever since then, like all that bullshit we got after that, and then even though I went back on my word because I was saying how I wasn't gonna say shit, but of course I had to be petty and play the game and all this other stuff. I think that person keep calling Jamar. That's why he went black. Oh, but yeah, but we're gonna leave that shit in 2020
Oh
because I don't
shit!
ever
Now I
want to.
can't hear you.
You can?
I did not put this bitch on Do Not Disturb. How these hoes still calling me?
I don't know,
This shit
but
is on Do Not Disturb. This shit is a bootleg. Hold on. Hold on. I'm
you
coming right back in, and then we can finish.
okay? Y'all really have a great dream and friendship. Y'all keep up the good work and continue to do great on your purpose. Yes. Thank you, Reed Alexander. Hold on, that's tomorrow. Wait a minute. Thank you for that, Reed. We do have a genuine friendship.
Somebody
We
tried to
do.
FaceTime me. What is the point of the Do Not Disturb if the shit don't work?
Listen.
Hold on. So y'all really have a good. Y'all keep up the good work. Continue to do. Y'all be listening at individual channels. Thank you, Reed Alexander. Thank you so much.
We appreciate all of that. We do. We do. But yeah, it's about that time though, cause shit, at this point I'm only gonna get 4 hours of sleep.
But bitch,
Cause I gotta be up at 3:30 to go to work at 4. So
I'm gonna take me a good screenshot of that goal on GoFundMe, bitch.
you should. We should. We
Bitch,
should.
I remember when that shit was at like $45. I'm like, girl, this ain't gonna work out. I'm like, these girls ain't got no money for real. People going into a whole pan pizza right now. We ain't got no money.
um, who is Sock and what are you talking about?
Huh?
I don't. Somebody named Sock just said I don't get caught up in the drama. I don't get triggered by any of this. What are you talking about?
Girl, it don't matter. We met our goal, bitch. We ain't got time for whatever.
Yeah, yeah, whatever. I don't know what the fuck they talking about, but it is. It is like we had Q on the show. We had an emotional moment after he got off the show, and
He
we met.
supports us.
Yeah, and we met our goal while he was sitting here. So it like at the end of the day, this was a great show. I don't know what.
Now, I'll say this. I want to say this. Because based off of the GoFundMe, it says that the donor was anonymous, but
Mhm.
I do believe that the person who tipped us over to the goal was One True Tarot TV. I believe that was her because I think she was the one that said, "I think I may have just tipped y'all to the goal." Which if it was you, bitch,
Thank you.
if it was you, bitch, one because she's been supporting us like the whole time to the chat, like even just on my channel, like One True Tarot TV.
For
Thank you,
years.
thank you, thank you,
Thank you so much for that.
thank you.
I
I
really
was like,
appreciate it.
let me let that be known because I was like, whoever tips us over,
Yeah, we see you. We see each other.
it hit me up. I got something like I need to follow you or something. DM me
Right.
something.
Yeah, because we
Because
really
you gave a
appreciate that.
whole
Yeah.
$100. That's not a lot. That's not a small chunk of change. I'm just saying.
No, it is not. It's actually a big ass chunk of change,
So
especially to me. So
thank you.
thank you for
So
thank you for
anyway,
all that. Thank you for all that shit. You know what I mean? Like that's all that really matters.
like, and then you know what she just said. Thank everyone who helped. You're right. Anybody, if you donated a dime, girl,
We
we
thank
thank everybody.
everybody, honestly, before like we just gonna say this before we go. We thank everybody that chipped in and supported us. Like because I know it was some people from my hometown that donated. Like, thank you for donating to us because y'all will be the reason for the podcast being great and even for Jamar and his channel and for the things that he wants to do with his channel, all of that. So thank you all for that. It is greatly appreciated. And if it wasn't for you guys, we would not be here. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to have the opportunities that we have been afforded to have that we didn't have this time last year. Or like I said before, we are the ones that you slept on. And now the ones that you slept on, y'all, we are on our way with even less subscribers than most people. We still are able to get these opportunities, and it's only going to get better from here. And not to mention, um, tell a friend to subscribe to my channel because I'm almost 200 subscribers away. I think I am 200 subscribers away from 22K at this point. So if you can, tell a friend to tell a damn friend to subscribe and get me to
And
22K.
I swear again, eventually, now that I'm kind of settled myself, now I can start uploading videos again.
Yes, you can.
And I hit my I think last time I talked, that was like I just hit like my 5,000. We had like 5,230 some odd.
Mm-hmm.
More
Right.
than I had
Okay.
before.
Right. Right.
More than I
Like
had before.
I'm just gonna tell you this right now. You be sure now that we got what we need and all this other stuff, make sure you hit the ground running with your videos like I did. It's easy said than done, but I did it, so I know you can. So just hit the ground running with them. Like, make sure you know exactly what you want to do and what kind of content you want to do. Try to do a live here and there. Like, do what you got to do with your channel so people can watch you. That's
I said,
it.
now that I'm in my own space again, I feel like I can be
Yeah.
as creative as I want to. Because I felt limited being in a space with roommates. You got to be, you know, considerate of other people, and I didn't want to try to like film when other people were like around. Because I don't know, it just felt odd. Because I started my channel in my own space, so when
Mhm.
I was in other people's space, it was kind of like, eh. So now that we back here by ourselves, and I'm here in Atlanta where bitches support a bitch. And then, see, listen, and girl, I'm just spilling all the tea. Do you remember when Wes did the Mona Simone character?
Mhm.
So Wesley is brings Mona Simone back
Oh, okay.
in
That's
a comedy
good.
special, and guess who he wants to have as a part of Mona Simone returning cast comedy special?
Anastasia. Yes, bitch. Yes.
The blessings just keep on coming in. So y'all
That
go
is
support
good.
Wesley. Download his app at Watch ACTV. He got all his series up on there. He's gonna be like the black male Netflix going on. Like it's sickening. Bitch. Let me
Before
get
we
off of here. I just spilled all kind
Yeah,
of tea.
yeah, we got to go, y'all.
Let's go.
So I gotta go to sleep. Well, yeah, I gotta FaceTime somebody first and then go to sleep. Shut up, bitch. And don't even try to throw no hints out either.
I don't have to because if you've been paying attention,
So, like
you
I
know.
said, we are about to get off of here. We will see you next Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time for our interview with Hey Mikey from Web
Y'all go
Life
back and look. Y'all want to find
ATL,
it's right
executive
there.
producer and cast
They were
member of
drunk.
Web Life
They
ATL.
were on the
Okay,
table
be
like
sure to
it's
like,
a
rate, comment,
hot
subscribe, and
mess.
share this
Or
video. Be sure to subscribe to both channels, okay, and support both of our endeavors. We appreciate you for coming on tonight. We also appreciate everybody that donated to our GoFundMe for our podcast fundraiser and got us to our goal. We really do appreciate everything. Shout out to Chasing, the whole Chasing Atlanta cast who have come along and did interviews with us and been supporting us from the very beginning. Shout out to all of y'all. And yeah. Also, without any, before we go, also I just want to put it out there, like, be on the lookout. Also, just tune in every Monday as well for my whether you like it or not panel that includes myself, Bundy Blue, giving you the real tea, Josiah's World, Jamie, that's me, Niecy
y'all be having
Dixon.
like 600 people in there. I'm like,
Right. I wish you watched those shows, cause bitch,
I
listen.
don't give a damn.
Niecy Dixon, Jay Lee's Corner, and Alexander Rogers is also a part of our panel now. Alexander Rogers and Jay Lee are the newest
I would
additions to our
love
panel.
to. I swear I would.
Socrates as well, huh?
I swear I would love to join y'all once or twice every so often, but I just don't give a fuck.
Right. That's why. Listen. And I also want to say it wasn't this past episode that we just did Monday, but last week's episode of our panel has the highest views. It's now at 25K. That is the highest we ever seen for the panel. So shout out to all of us for hitting 25K on that episode from last week. Also be on the lookout as well for me. I'm gonna be doing an interview with Latrice from the hit on network show, The Bill Collective. I will be me and her have talked about this. I'll be talking to her next week to figure out when we're gonna do the interview. I'm looking at doing the interview the week after next. So we're going to talk about that. But like I said, next week, next Tuesday, me and Jamar will be interviewing Hey Mikey. He's going to have that
Hold on.
promo ready.
Scotty, you got followed by one of the members of SWV. Talk about that.
Oh, that's right. I also got followed by Lily of SWB. She's now a cast member of Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta as well. And I am very tempted on reaching out to her for an interview as well. That's gonna if I'm able to get Lily on for an interview for me, it'll also be great. And you
I
know
would
what?
just, I'd have to be there just on principle.
Right. But you know what else I want to do though? I want to try, and this is gonna be a chore. But I thought about this the other day, and I want to tell you about this. But since we are on air, I'm gonna tell you in front of everybody. Because she follows me on Twitter, and she's met the both of us. I really want to do. I really want to bring K Michelle on the Prelude. If I could get her on our show, that would be amazing.
Bitch, I would have to tell her about the running joke that we have about her son.
That's your running joke. That joke ain't got nothing to do with me. That's your running joke.
And it's no shade.
It's not.
It will
It's
sound like shade, but it's not.
but it's not at all. But that would be because I just feel like if she did an interview with Kevin and McHale. So
Oh, she
we
sure
kind
did.
Yeah, so we're kind of like a growing, we're kind of like Kevin and Mikhail. So give us a damn interview. Like I want to talk about your song with Dolly Parton that you doing for your country album. Like it's a lot we can talk about.
I want to be able to read her for not giving me my All the Lovers video.
I was just about to say that Jamar can get his chance to read her about all monsters are human. He can read her about that.
Hello.
Like we could really get into some things and we talk to K Michelle, baby. So I really want to do that. I really haven't gotten up the nerve to do
I
it,
mean,
but you
you,
know.
I would not get anywhere with that. So that would have to definitely come from you.
Now,
I wouldn't get anywhere.
if I text Jamar say, "Bitch, we got K Michelle on the show."
Bitch, I'm jumping out the window. And I live on the fourth floor.
Yeah, so if I get to do that, if I get to have Lily on the show, Jamar, like Jamar said, he just gonna be there on principle. I'll just give him all the questions to ask, and and he'll do it. It is what it is. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Like what? What? Girl.
He would not miss that for the world. Like this is Lily from SWV, bitch. Like he ain't gonna miss
Bitch,
that.
I take off work for that shit.
I want to try to get Candy on our show too. Candy from Escaping Housewives of Atlanta. Like, oh.
Bitch. Now you know Candy ain't gonna come on nowhere without no coin, bitch. You know Candy don't do a goddamn thing for free.
It was worth a thought.
Not a goddamn thing. And you know that damn fee is gonna be worth both our rents. Come on.
And I ain't got time because the rent
Not
here is
the
eight.
time nor the money.
We already paid $850 for rent around this bitch. So listen, I ain't got time
That's
to
me what
be.
mine is.
Reasons why my ass is scared as shit to move to Atlanta. I know that rent gonna be some.
I'm just saying, God is still good though.
But yeah, y'all, let me go. Let us go. We gotta go. Up, bitch. When I say I cannot wait to come to that motherfucking apartment.
We
As a
look,
matter,
we're
as a,
doing
ma-
well.
as a matter of fact, Jamar, I was thinking about trying to come there before the summertime hits. So I'm just letting you know that right now.
I mean, that's fine. I just want y'all to know that God has been good. In my transition to Atlanta, we're doing well.
He's doing well. He's doing well, well. Okay, well, my friend is doing the damn thing.
Bye. I'm about to go be a hoe.
Up, legs
I
stay
mean,
open,
excuse
child.
me, a child of God.
Legs stay open, child. Anyway,
I know you
um,
motherfucking lying, bitch. Listen, that's gonna be my motherfucking merch, bitch. When I get under that, that's gonna be my motherfucking merch. When I sell that shit on teachers, legs always open, child.
okay, for real, y'all. We gone for real. We gone for real. Cause I gotta go to sleep. I gotta get up at 3:30 in the morning. Okay, so I can go to work. So and he about to hit the streets. So we're about to go. We'll talk to you guys later. We had a great time with Q. We had a great time just talking to you guys after the fact about. We just had an emotional moment. We went all over the place tonight. So thank you guys for everything, and we are out of here, y'all. Till next Tuesday when we talk to Hey Mikey. We will see you then. All right. Look at this hoe ass bitch. We out of here, y'all.
Bye.
Oh shit.